Now, is that possible? Tell me, Terry. Correct me if I'm just clueless here. Is it possible to be lovers and friends?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow, man.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
And you've confirmed this?
Yes.
First-hand knowledge, Terry?
Sure.
Wow.
Took her 20 extra years to figure it out.
Nailed it.
Finally.
Well, I hope Ursher, John, and Luda, and Terry Free know that. Well, that's terrific. That's lovely. It's a tremendous thought, and I'm with it all the way.
Oh, good.
Yes. And you would know if you were both, right? You would know. You would be clear on it.
Clear.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. That's the way I feel.
Sure.
Yes.
Aren't you lovers and friends with your wife?
And then some.
Oh, my gosh. And then
Nothing
some.
in there, Terry.
Really?
Tell Ursher, John, and Luda that.
Wow.
All right?
It's a continuation?
You think Usher's in the background going, hey, dude, you're pronouncing my name wrong.
I know. Huh?
You don't think he has the guts? Is that the problem? Because up till this song, it was pretty much Usher, right?
Yeah.
Now it's Ursher.
Yeah, it is.
And everyone's catching on.
I know.
All right. It's fine with me.
Good.
Are you excited, Terry? Are you excited for the fact that we are just outside of 24 hours away? Snow-blown Questfield.
It is the buzz.
The frozen tundra of Seattle, Washington.
Oh, yeah, we're so frozen right now.
Well, tomorrow, what's the deal? It's going to be the frozen tundra. And, I have not a clue, but later this morning, ladies and gentlemen, the man who is the exact opposite of a man without a clue is going to be coming into the studio. A man who has predicted every professional sporting event correctly for the past 63 years.
Wow.
Oh, he'll be in the studio, Terry.
Can't wait.
He's blind mute. Sometimes with the traffic and the weather difficulties, he has trouble getting down here. But sometime this morning, we are expecting his arrival. And just for the record, just for the people who have been emailing and calling and I've been ignoring, the fantasy football season is complete, obviously. And I had to... Well, stop the music. Stop the music. Thank you. I had to cancel my order for my jewel-encrusted, disgusting, nauseating championship fantasy football ring because on the weekend of the fantasy football finals, a very, very bizarre fluke happened, and Pasty Dave's team that also has some financial interest with Terry Free and Stephen R. Kilbreth on his 13th day of a 14-day cruise right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
Huh?
the day
Today's the day I'm going to have
I don't
fun.
even think he knows.
Today's hang yourself Friday on
Right.
on the cruise.
Right.
Yeah, he probably hasn't even gotten the wire
He has
yet
no idea.
that you guys have won the fantasy football championship. Oh, geez. Oh, wow.
Oh.
She's doing it all by herself.
Dave is the man. Can I just tell you that?
Wow.
He is the man.
Mm-hmm.
And all
Babes, do you
credit
hear
goes
this?
to him.
Wow.
This is the first time. Tell Ursher, John, and Luna that this is the first time you're hearing these words, huh?
He is. He's the man.
Would you like to make a speech on that note there, Pasty? You are the general manager, the president, the COO, the CEO of a championship fantasy football team. If the championship game between myself and your team, Terry, was a week earlier, you would have gotten your asses handed to you. But that's the world of fantasy football.
Right.
And you guys won on the week that it counted, so thankfully you won't have to, for the next year, stare at my disgusting, nauseating, jewel-encrusted championship ring that I had to have canceled, Terry.
Yeah.
And it was a damn shame when I had to call Mr. Shane and tell him that this is the case.
Call it off.
That's right. Pasty, have you anything to say about this championship on behalf of your fellow partners?
Well, we're very excited.
Okay, that's true.
Oh, wow. You just cut off the man. Come on now.
I don't want to hear from a Magnum virgin on his supposed Magnum, untouched. Well, anyway, you get the point.
He's actually going to get a ring that says I have a Magnum. Fantasy football
And that'll be
ring.
all jewel encrusted.
Champion of the Magnums.
Wait till Ursher, John, and Lou to hear about that. All
Wow.
right, Pasty, I'm sorry. Did you have something to say?
Not really.
Okay.
We're very happy.
Have you gotten your money yet?
No.
Either have
that
I.
happens.
I think the dude who is the commissioner is in Tahiti right now.
Great.
It wasn't about money for me, but you guys have won a lot of cash. Of course, I told you that I gave you the option, which you declined, by the way.
Yeah, we did.
Of combining the first and second place money. If you would have taken that option, you would have been a hell of a lot richer.
Right.
And also, you should keep in mind that my money was going to go to breast cancer charities, Terry. So there's a couple of breasts going undetected right now as we speak, thanks to you guys, and I hope you're sleeping well. But that's fine. You guys won what you... All right, if it's a big snooze to you, that's terrific.
Well, the thing, I made a donation to a breast cancer cause, so
Whatever.
I did.
Yeah, well, on top of all the other causes you donate to.
And then she wrote a note and said, I can't really afford this.
Right.
Maybe next year, kid.
I did.
All right, just stick with what else is going on in the world, please. What do you have there? Give me something quick.
James Brown is being sued for $106 million for a rape that he allegedly committed back in 1988. Yes.
Now, he's still alive, James Brown?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Does he know that?
Yes, he does know that.
And isn't that kind of outside the statute of limitations?
It is. But apparently the attorney for this woman, who by the name is Jackie Hollander.
Oh.
She claims that he held
I'm
her
sorry, say her name again, Terry.
Jackie Hollander.
Oh.
She claims that it was at gunpoint, raped her at gunpoint. Anyway, her attorney says that she has a valid lawsuit because supposedly she was diagnosed with a thyroid condition called Graves' disease back in...
Any relation to Stephen Kilbreth?
Maybe so.
Who right now, as we're speaking, is on his 14-day cruise, Terry. Talk about a thyroid condition out of control.
Well, I know. Well, supposedly this thyroid condition, which happened back in 2000, was caused because
of the
rape.
Yes. That's the common trait of all rape victims. They all have thyroid conditions. I don't know what you're talking about, Terry. James Brown seems like a pretty fine American to me. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Yes.
Anyway, $106 million.
Anyone who sang in Rocky IV is okay in my book.
All right.
Yes. Don't tell me about a rape 17 years later.
Okay.
You want to tell me 17 minutes later? That works. You want to tell me 17 hours later? That works.
Right.
17 days later is a little too far. 17 years later, shut the hell up.
Okay.
All right?
Gotcha.
We clear on this? Grab it.
The T-Man.
Would Macaulay Culkin testify in Michael Jackson's child molestation case?
Oh.
Yes. According to Santa Barbara News, Culkin has indicated he'd be willing to help Jackson's defense team.
Right.
Culkin's reps say right now the actor is not involved in the case, and they don't expect that to change.
Swagger,
Yeah?
what are you doing?
Well, I'm at school, unfortunately. It didn't snow here.
You expecting a snow day today?
Well,
I remember that thought. I remember that feeling when you hear the weather report. You're anticipating being able to sleep late. You're expecting a nice snow, enough snow to keep you at home watching Price is Right, and all of a sudden you wake up and it didn't materialize and you have to go to school. It's the worst feeling in the world. Doesn't get any worse than that.
Just
well,
rain?
actually, I was hoping to film some crashes.
So Schwager celebrates by getting to school at 3:30 in the morning as opposed to his typical 4 in the morning. I could see you're really busted up, as I just described, by the thought of having to be at school today when you pretty much expected to have a 3-day weekend.
Well, I wouldn't mind having a 3-day weekend. It's just I have a test in American Wars coming up.
American Wars?
Yeah.
That's one of your specialties, right?
Yeah, I'm going to have a test in World War I.
Did you watch Napoleon Dynamite now that it's on DVD like I told you should? Because you are as close to Napoleon Dynamite as we have in this world, Schwager?
What's a DVD?
I'm going to rent it.
So you haven't done it yet?
It's busted, so I can't watch any DVDs.
Whatever I feel like doing, gosh. I love that movie. Watched it again over the vacation. Yes. Tells you how fulfilling my vacation was.
It's a holiday favorite now.
That's right.
I watched it too.
I caught you a delicious bass. Is that the greatest line in any movie in the history of the motion picture? If you could work in... Look at Terry, completely confused. But that's typical. If you could work in the line, I caught you a delicious bass into any movie, it's a winner.
It's Hollywood gold.
Is that unbelievable?
It's hilarious.
Schwager.
Yeah?
There has to be people at even your own school telling you that you are Napoleon Dynamite, or not directly on, but close enough.
Well...
Running through the halls.
I had a teacher that asked me if I actually watched the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him no, and he just kept on walking on down the hallway, but...
Stay out of my life and shut up. Is that what you told her?
It was a guy teacher.
Oh, jeez. Yes.
But nobody's really said I'm from Napoleon Dynamite.
Mm.
Maybe from Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, jeez.
Not Napoleon
Are
Dynamite.
you taking in the big Seahawk game this weekend, Schwager? You going to be there?
I have no money to buy a ticket.
Yeah. Didn't expect to see you amongst the crowd, Schwager.
Besides, I'd be a little bit out of place.
Mm-hmm.
I might be thrown around by the fans.
Right. All right, Matthew, sounds great.
Good to see things have changed in the new year. Huh?
Right.
Making strides.
It's good to see that New Year's resolution of you becoming like a cool kid has really materialized so far in 2005.
My New Year resolution is to be funny.
To be funny.
Yes.
Yes, you have us in stitches right now, Schwager.
Somewhat.
You have us... Oh, never mind.
You better learn that phrase if you're going to be funny. How do you go about that, by the way?
How do you go about becoming funny all of a sudden? This is your New Year's resolution. Do you have any strategies, any blueprint plans on how you're all of a sudden how you're gonna become funny in 2005 or what?
Well, I think I should use my life as my joke stuff. You know, whatever bad has happened in my life, use that for joke material.
All right, try it out on us. Go ahead. Do some stand-up. We're sitting, we're your audience. We have a 2-drink minimum. We're watching. Go ahead.
Well, back when I was 8, me and my brother were messing around, and next thing you know, he throws me out a second-story window. And then he jumps out, lands on my back, and the only thing he was really worried about if we hurt the cat that I accidentally land on. Yeah, that's all I got. Well, there was also the time back in 6th grade where I had to really go on how to use the women's bathroom, but I can't think of anything else right now. Let's see. Well, there was a situation back in 8th grade where I wanted to sit someplace and then a girl right behind me kept on kicking me in my back. I still have the heel marks. I have a teacher named Mr. Lee. I know,
Swagger,
I suck at it.
I would keep working on it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But there's potential there, and that's obvious. Okay, Matthew.
Nothing.
Never mind. Matt, can I call you Matt? Have a great day, all right?
Did you call me Matt?
Yes, I did. Goodbye. Hates to be called Matt.
I know.
Yeah. Terry, there's really no direction for that kid, but that's fine.
Part of me thinks he likes getting beat up. They'll probably just throw me around at the game. Like he's into it,
Oh,
guys.
jeez.
He likes the
Yeah.
abuse, huh?
I think he
Well,
does.
he at least has some goals now. He's going to become a stand-up comic, and we're all going to remember the day that he decided to take that route when he becomes a huge, successful, big-time comedian. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can feel it. You can see. You could see it developing right before your very eyes, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
He's already
Come
got
on.
his chops. I mean, he's great.
Someday we'll be able to say, hey, we knew that guy.
Yeah, I remember when he used to tell the Mr. Lee joke. I was dying.
Mr. Lee's funny every
Yes. Got this teacher named Mr. Lee.
Oh,
How is that going to keep the crowd in one piece? It's not possible.
Oh, boy.
You hit him with that joke, you walk off stage, you leave him laughing, right, Matthew? That's how you do it. Come on. Yes. Terry, from one laugh riot to the next, what else is going on in this world of ours, please?
Got some news for you about Aaron Carter. Apparently, his SUV caught on fire, and he almost died. Or he thinks he did.
That was as funny as Mr. Lee, Terry. Come on, leave me alone. It's too early in the morning to have me laughing like this.
He was driving his Escalade on a Florida highway when he was going to a photo shoot. When his vehicle was
Of course he
engulfed
was, Terry.
in
Where else would he
flames.
be going?
Yeah, for what?
So Photographable, huh? Right. That, how else could he be going anywhere else? Huh? Yes, there's no possibility there. Of course he was going to a photo shoot, and he had his Escalade crash and burn. Is that right?
No.
Kind of like his career, or what?
Actually, no. What happened was, I guess, a mattress fell off a truck that was in front of him, and he ran over it because he didn't have time to swerve. So he drove over the mattress, which got caught underneath his SUV,
Yes.
and the heat from his car made it catch on fire, and thus his Escalade was engulfed in flames, and he escaped narrowly.
In a sense, a microcosm of his entire career. Don't you agree? Okay.
I do.
Yes.
Oh. But thankfully, he's okay.
Right. Thankfully, he's okay.
Yes.
We all get to enjoy Aaron Carter for many more years.
Lucky for us.
Thankfully. Yes. Now, didn't he have a nice couple of months or so, maybe a year or so, maybe not quite a year with Paris Hilton?
That was
Yes.
Nick.
He had more. Who are you talking about?
I was talking about Aaron.
Oh, it was
his
Nick.
brother.
I think it's Aaron who was with.
No, Aaron is the small.
It was
younger
Nick
brother.
Carter. You're right. You're
Yes.
right. All right.
Aaron is the younger brother.
So Aaron, who's the one who was with that teacher who's in all kinds of
Nick.
trouble now? Nick?
Nick was with Paris and with the teacher.
So what is Aaron doing?
Going to photo shoots. Catching on fire.
Yeah. Aaron's his younger brother who
Got it.
I think he has a new CD coming out, as a matter of fact.
Aaron Carter does.
Yes. Mhm.
Right.
And he's the one who tried to divorce his mom or something like that.
Wow.
Their mom.
But then they reconciled.
Right, right.
Okay.
Mom wouldn't put out, so I'm out of here.
Well, can't blame the kid, can you?
No, you can't.
Mom's got to put out.
I agree.
So, yes.
Yes. Yes, yes. Aaron Carter escaped death.
Yes, he did.
Okay, good. Very nice to know. What else? What else is going on?
Well, it looks like Meet the Fockers may be the second part of a trilogy. According to Variety, they're thinking about doing another sequel.
Big fat Fockers?
No, they may call it Little Fockers.
Little Fockers, yes. I thought I heard something about that. I thought it was a big fat. Little Fockers, yes. And we can look forward to Little Fockers in a few years, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
possibly.
because they're going to have kids now. The movies will be never-ending as long as the ticket sales are high. And ticket sales for Meet the Fockers was even beyond expectations. All you got to do is put that big nose Barbra Streisand in there, and you got a recipe for success.
There you go.
She is as close to a national treasure as we have for many years running now, Terry. And she did. I'm sure you were the first out to see that movie because you love movie that contains nothing but white people. She made that movie, Terry. You didn't see it.
No,
No!
I'm a little busy. I don't have a lot of
Right.
time to run to movies.
I understand. How is the family? Doing well?
Family's doing good.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The kids, the infants, they're doing well?
Doing quite well.
They're going to be taking in the Seahawks game this weekend?
Oh, sure. We're all going.
No? Why not?
Too damn cold. I don't want them to catch a cold. and
Oh,
something happen.
raising to be
No.
pussies from an early age.
No, that's
huh?
not true.
Okay. Get them out there bare-chested with their faces
Oh,
painted.
yeah.
Come
Hold
on.
them up going, come on!
Show some spirit! As we discussed yesterday, there was a possibility of the game not being showed locally on television here in the great Northwest, more specifically in Seattle and the surrounding areas, Terry. But as of 1:30 yesterday, magically, all the tickets were sold, and that is no longer the case. I got a lot of emails from women saying, please, T-Man, don't spend so much time talking about how the game may be blacked out if they don't sell all the remaining tickets, because I don't want them to sell the remaining tickets, because I don't want this game to be on TV so I can actually talk to my husband on Saturday. I actually got a few emails like that. You believe some women out there? Do you believe that?
Oh, wow.
Well, the tickets were sold. It is yet another sellout.
Good.
And we have 5 pairs of tickets to give away this morning, Terry.
Wow.
So why don't I jump right in early? First caller right now, 1-866-663-T-Man, who wants to go to a sold-out playoff game tomorrow on the frozen tundra of Quest Field. And already the first caller has chimed in. Who's this?
This is Natalie.
What can I do for you, Natalie?
I would like to get some Seahawks tickets.
Now, I have well, let me just put it this way. We have an audience, Terry, that is equally split amongst men and women. That's hard to find on a radio program. Usually some shows will cater to men more than women, vice versa, whatever the case may be. This show, according to the ratings, is split right down the middle. Now, With that said,
Well, we all get together and have sex.
yeah, it would make for a great radio orgy. All I can tell you is this.
Yeah, you don't want to be at sports radio for one of their orgies, right?
No, you don't. Not unless you're a good morning. I will tell you this. Yesterday we got a number of phone calls and I received a number of emails. Not that this influences me at all. It never does, so why would it start now? But I have to say that it is the case nonetheless. A lot of men in our audience are upset when we give free football tickets, especially tickets of this magnitude, to women callers, Terry. They seem to think it's wasting free tickets on female callers, Terry. Now, is that fair or is it not fair?
It's not fair.
Not fair. Without hesitation, without even thinking about it, Terry. You didn't even ask for some time. You immediately conclude that it's not fair when the male callers think that it's unfair for me to give free tickets to women.
Right.
Natalie, why do you want these tickets?
Well, I was going to give them to my husband and his best friend so that they could go to the Seahawks stadium. They've never been there before.
So you could have that man on the side come over and actually be able to do it in the bed for a change? Why do you want your husband out of the house so bad? I told you just a second ago that I had women emailing saying that they were hoping it wouldn't be blacked out so they could actually spend some time with their husband on a nice Saturday afternoon. Why are you so anxious to get him out of the house?
Well, it's not that I'm anxious to get him out of the house so much, but he's been such a good guy. We just had a baby back in July, and
you have the good guy husband. Isn't this refreshing to hear, Terry? All these years, women calling up, complaining about their schlub boyfriend, their schlub husband, and here's a woman who's ready to compliment her husband as being a great soldier.
yeah.
Does he know you feel this way about him?
I'm sure he does. I tell him all the time what a good father he is.
Does he know the depths of your appreciation, not just as a father, but I would imagine you mentioned that he's a decent husband from time to time, and maybe even, lo and behold, fair to better than fair lover. Is that possible?
That's definitely true.
Wow. So you're a happy woman.
Oh, I sure am.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Not able to identify the sound of a woman like this, Terry.
That's great, though.
It's new to the program.
It's wonderful.
And you would like to reward, in some sense, this great guy of yours by coming on these here airwaves and winning him some tickets.
Yes, I sure would.
And yet, even though this woman has come on the air saying what she's saying, even though she's telling us it's not for her, it's for her husband and her husband's male friend, there are still going to be dudes out there going, don't waste those tickets on a bench team, man!
I know.
Now, why is that fair? I'm asking you, caller. Is that fair for the listeners to say that I'd be wasting tickets on a female caller when there are guys who are calling right now desperately trying to go to the game themselves?
Well, no, because I'm actually going to give them to some guys, so I'm not even going.
Well, I would like you to say that even if you wanted to go with your female friend, that's not fair. But that doesn't seem to be your stance on this. It's only because you're giving it to your husband and his friend that you are answering the way you are.
A Seahawks fan is a Seahawks fan, no matter if they're female or male.
It's too late for that now! That wasn't your first instinct!
Well, I'm giving them to my husband, so it doesn't really matter if I'm going or not.
Well, what are you going to be doing on Saturday? You got the big tickler ready?
Kids. Wow.
You got what?
Probably stay home with the kids that day and watch it on TV.
Why is she so generous, Terry? What am I missing here?
Actually, I don't think you're missing anything. I think that's a nice thing.
That's exactly what I'm saying. What am I missing here?
She actually appreciates her husband.
I don't picture as great as my wife is, Terry. I'll preface it by saying that. All right, in case she's listening.
Right.
As great as she is.
Yes.
I don't picture her picking up the phone and making sure she gets through first on a radio show or whatever to win me tickets so I can go to a big game. I don't say it.
Well, she could surprise you someday.
She'll be like, your ass can watch on TV as soon as I'm done watching TV. So I don't get it.
It's just one of these rare wives.
Is that right?
Guess, you know?
I'm one of a kind. What can I say?
I don't know. There's something more to it, Terry.
What do you think?
I'm not ready to take it at face value.
Okay.
I think it's her and the big tickler on Saturday.
I think it's her and the big tickler, and the big tickler may actually have a name and walk in, unbutton his trousers. And
His trousers.
Where are you from?
I'm from Monroe.
As I said, his trousers, Terry.
Okay, makes sense.
And give her the big tickler. And your name is what now?
Natalie.
Natalie, and your husband's name is?
Peter.
Peter?
Yeah.
Natalie and Peter? And how long
he goes by Pete.
how long have Natalie and Pete been together?
3 years.
How long have you been married?
For a little over a year in September.
How's that working out?
Really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
I love being married.
Oh, dear. Terry, what am I missing here? And you have how many kids? 6 kids.
Well, I have a stepson who's 7, and then we just had one in July.
How old are you, Natalie?
I'm 23.
23. And your husband, Pete, is how old?
30.
67. What? 30. So he's 7 years older than you.
Yeah.
Now, why were you interested in marrying a man 7 years older than you?
The maturity level is right about where it should be.
Mm-hmm. So you find him to be more mature than the average 20-something guy that you've come across in your past number of years.
Come across. Definitely.
That's
She's the height of maturity. She can't be with anybody her own age.
Right. You're so mature. Right. Terry, would you say that this woman deserves tickets?
Absolutely.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
You like this woman?
I do.
Because you know she's got something going on the side. And she needs her time on Saturday.
No. I think she's very genuine, and she wants to show her.
Are you on the way to
appreciation for
work,
her.
Natalie? Is that what you're doing? What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do there, kid?
I work at an insurance company.
I bet you do, baby.
Give you full coverage.
Yes. Is this covered under my plan, Natalie?
You guys. Can't you just know that this
Terry.
woman loves her husband
Right.
and is, thankful that she has a good husband.
Sure.
And that's all she wants to do is
Got
give him a
it.
nice little surprise, a gift.
I'm with
tickets.
ya.
All right.
Yeah.
But no, it's the tickler coming
Yeah.
in, undoing his trousers.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taking off the Kenworth hat.
Oh, dear. Natalie,
Yes.
why do you got to be at work so on time? Why? It's Friday.
That's the kind of person I am, I guess. Gotta be there on time.
What do you weigh, Natalie?
Oh my, what does that have to do with it?
Nothing if it'll give me the tickets.
I would like to know your height and weight, please.
5'11", 150.
Is that true, or is it just something you made up?
No, it's true.
All right, I'll tell you what. You come down here and pick up the tickets.
I can't come down.
Well, if you can verify that you're 5'11", 150, the tickets are yours.
How is she going to do that?
Oh, I can't.
You know why she can't? You know why she can't come down and she can't verify that she's 5'11", 150, Terry?
Because
she's 5'2", 270.
Wait a minute, you know what? Hold up. She did just have a child, a couple months ago, right?
Oh, so 5'2", 270 is understandable.
She's not baby fat. She's got to give her a year, right?
Yeah, that 270 pounds of baby fat is tough to lose.
That's what I keep telling myself every day.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror, oh, it's just baby fat. It'll go away any second.
All right, Natalie, you won the tickets, baby.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
That means your husband, Pete, gets to go to the game. You want to call him and tell him? You want to share this news with him right now, or what?
He's sleeping and
Yeah,
the
whatever.
baby's in bed with him, so I don't want to do that. I don't really want to wake him up, but you can if you really want to.
Wow. This is a big thing for him, Natalie. Will he be just...
You don't think he'd want to be awoken by the news that he gets to go to the Seahawks playoff game tomorrow?
Sure, why not? Go ahead,
All
Paul.
right, hang on the line. Get her number. I want to talk to this Pete for a second.
This Pete?
Right.
Sneaky Pete.
Oh, boy.
I'll wait as long as it takes. Natalie, are you back now?
Yeah, I hope he doesn't get mad for waking them up.
How can you get mad? You just beat all the other.
Totally won't be.
You just beat all the other callers in, and you won him tickets to the game.
You know
all
what?
right? If he's mad, then that tells us a lot about your marriage and this whole
He
situation.
won't be mad. He'll be fine.
All right. Well, you tell him what just happened.
Hello?
Hey, Petey, me boy.
Yeah.
This is T-Man. I do a little nickel and dime radio show out of Seattle here. I got your wife on the phone. Her name is,
Natalie.
Natalie.
Okay.
We're on the radio live, and she wants to tell you something. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Okay. Say hi, Natalie.
Hi, honey.
Tell him how much you miss him. Tell him how he's the only big tickler for you.
Oh.
All right, Natalie, tell him what you need to tell him. Go ahead.
Okay, I won you and Joe some tickets to go to the playoff game tomorrow.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, sweet. Oh, come on.
Yes, Pete. You and a friend get to go expense-free to... Well, at least you get the tickets for free.
Great. He sounded
You
so
get free tickets to go to the Seahawks game tomorrow because your wife, Natalie, thinking of you, beat all the other callers into the phone lines and won you tickets, Pete.
Well, that is incredible.
Yay!
And now you get to freeze your ass off with the rest of us, 70,000 fans at the game.
That'll be worth it.
Okay. Do you want to tell your wife anything else?
Just that I love her and thank you.
And the chicken was cold last night. Okay, very
Oh,
good.
wow. You don't know how to cook.
No, I'm not talking about dinner, Terry.
Oh.
Anyhow, very good, Pete and Natalie. Congratulations. You sound like a lovely couple.
They do.
We wish you the best.
Thank you.
Okay, we give them about a year. All right.
They sound good, other than the fact they live in Monroe.
Why don't,
No way.
why don't you pick up that phone line and give them info on how they're going to get their tickets there?
That's
Hey, shoot me
great.
right down and pick them up.
Yes. All 5'11", 150 pounds of her.
So you could have verified with him.
I wouldn't put a man on the spot like that, Terry.
Oh, okay.
Meaning I didn't think of it. 5'11", 150. 5'11"? They do grow them tall out in Monroe, I think. They do. Uh-huh.
He's T. He's man. He's the T-Man.
On Seattle's #1 hit music station, Cube 93.
Some surprising new information tonight indicates some women with breast implants actually live longer than those without.
Yeah! And they should, Terry.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Why shouldn't they have an extension of life?
Right.
With big-ass D cups.
But before you run out for surgery, we're talking about cancer
No,
patients.
just run out for surgery. Don't, you shouldn't even be home to listen to the rest of this. You should be at the door of your cosmetic surgeon, Terry.
Knocking, huh?
All you need to hear is...
Some surprising new information tonight indicates some women with breast implants actually live longer than those without.
It's good enough for me.
There you go.
Right there. And you know why, Terry? Because they actually get attention from others.
Ah.
And when you get attention from others, it makes you happier. And when you're happier on the inside and the outside, Terry, you live longer.
Wow.
It's a very simple formula, obviously.
But before you run out for surgery, we're talking about cancer patients, women who have...
Oh, well, that's not good enough for me. I thought you were talking about something ridiculous. Cancer sounds like an important reason why women should get breast implants, right? Huh? Yeah. Mm-hmm. If it could lower the possibilities of breast cancer, then shouldn't the entire world be filled with implants, Terry?
Sure.
Oh, geez. I'm assuming that's what he's about to say. I'm not sure, though.
But before you run out for surgery, we're talking about cancer patients, women who have had implants after a mastectomy. New research indicates those with the implants were only half as likely to die of the breast cancer than women without them.
Yes.
One possible explanation, women who opted for the implants may be in better overall health.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's big news. It's huge. Okay, if you want to die, then stay flat, you know. If you want to get breast implants, well, let me look at my watch. Yeah, your clock is ticking there, kid. Sounds like the case to me, Terry. I don't think I'm stretching it at all. If you want to die younger than you really should, then maybe you should not opt for breast implants. Between a longer life,
Right.
where we're now described as possibly being hand in hand, you would say, T-Man, why are you misleading the audience, making up? I obviously, you heard it from a professional newscaster
Sure.
who did massive research on this. Okay? Massive amounts of research have been done now, and they've concluded that the women out there with breast implants are the ones that tend to live longer than the women without. It's that simple.
He's just like feeling up women. How do you feel today? I feel like I'm going to live a long time. Okay, let's run with it.
You're more apt to feel up a larger set of breasts, which may be... What was that, Terry?
Whoa.
You gargling over there?
No.
Oh.
You're like Chewbacca sitting over there. Jeez.
It's just long, but yeah.
Okay, well, Terry, happy that we should all know that you'll be living a long, healthy life with your huge breasts.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Be in your life forever.
Yeah,
Woo-hoo!
sounds terrific.
Yes.
Can't wait for the rest of my life. Now, what else is going on in the world there, Terrence? What else do you have?
Well, according to the National Enquirer,
Yes.
Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson had a second honeymoon in Maui recently. You know, they've been going through some rough spots in their marriage.
Yes, I've heard something about that.
Their attempt on trying to smooth those little rough spots out. Well, it was all ruined because of Ashley Simpson, who showed up with her boyfriend to party with the couple.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And Jessica Simpson booed her?
Actually, I think it was Nick.
Nick booed her?
Nick was not happy.
Well, if you're on your second honeymoon, if you're on this second honeymoon to smooth out some of the rough spots, as you described, Terry, that exist in their marriage, you could certainly conclude that even her own sister, even her own flesh and blood, would be disappointed to see Ashley show up. Everyone seems to be disappointed when Ashley shows up these days. Obviously. Man.
Yeah, they're screaming.
So Ashley had the audacity to think that she could brighten up the time that was being spent by Nick and Jessica at a nice, exotic resort location.
Mm-hmm.
She still thinks she brightens up all our worlds, huh?
Apparently so.
Okay.
Nick wanted Jessica all to herself.
So Nick specifically was disappointed that Ashley and her boyfriend. Who's Ashley's boyfriend?
His name is Ryan Cabrera.
Oh, Ryan Cabrera!
Yeah.
Of course!
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. I think we heard him vocally the other night, too. Yeah, he I don't know if you can hear it, but he's the one in the distant background that you can hear underneath all the booze going, "You suck!" Anyway, what else is going on, Terry?
But that's okay for anyway.
Oh, it is.
Also, I have a story for you in regards to Kevin Federline and Britney Spears. Recently, they went shopping at a lingerie shop.
Yes.
You know,
typically
spicing up their marriage and stuff.
Yes.
Anyway,
everyone needs their marriage spiced up. It's this resort island location where you go to get things all smoothed out in your relationship. Must be pretty crowded these days. Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, but we know that when Jennifer came home, she took off her ring and all that. So
okay, but I just read recently that the rings have been put back on the fingers of Brad and Jess and
Jennifer.
Jennifer, yeah.
He wishes it was Jessica.
Right.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe that's what spiced up their marriage again.
Right.
Is that before he put the ring back on Jennifer, he put it on Jessica.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So Maui's turning into like relationship rehab.
That's right.
Wow. Anyway,
let's all call our travel agents.
Let's do it.
Oh, dear.
Love to go.
Yes. What's going
anyway,
on between...
Brittany and Kevin went out shopping. They stopped in at a little lingerie shop, and of course, the salesperson asked Kevin, hey, what's Brittany bra size?
Oh, jeez.
And Kevin said, I don't know. And
now, as a man committed to a woman, Terry, in whatever capacity, be you a married man, be you a significant other, be you a serious boyfriend, be you even a casual boyfriend, what levels of relationship should you be aware precisely of your lady's measurements, cup size, all that other fun stuff?
I think that when it's a pretty serious relationship, when not
without a shadow of a doubt, you should be completely aware and well versed on the absolute measurements of your girlfriend. Now, Hotshot is a man who's in a relationship that is not a marital situation yet, but it's working towards that. Is that correct to say?
Oh, it's serious.
Okay.
Oh, it's serious.
We'll be in Maui at any time for rehab.
Do you know the precise measurements of your girlfriend?
I do not.
Oh, jeez! And I hope I can also make it a symmetrical kind of situation that she wouldn't dare know your measurements.
No, she does not.
Okay.
But if you're going to go buy something, you should maybe snoop around the closet and take a peek.
Right.
Not that tough to do.
So there you go. You should know.
Right.
So you are telling us, even though you're not well versed on the absolute measurements, the specific measurements of your girlfriend, if you were getting down to the point where you ever wanted to buy her something in life, you could snoop and do the informational search kind of thing and figure it out pretty quick.
That's how I would do it.
Uh-huh.
She does know my bra size, but I don't know hers.
Well, Angela's bra size has been fluctuating so much over the past year that who can keep track?
Right,
Changes on
but
the way home.
before...
I think she's up to E now, Terry.
Wow, are you serious?
Yes.
I got to knock someone up quick.
Oh, it is. Well, she was
Is milk flying everywhere, too?
Oh, jeez.
Well, Terry, that's between me and her.
God.
Why, do you need some 1%, Terry?
No, I was just... I mean, the body, that's naturally
Okay.
what happens.
Well, I think that in large part happens after the baby's born, right?
Yeah, but you can leak a little bit.
Yes.
This little white stuff
I'm
out.
aware of this.
Oh, okay, that's...
Yes. You want to see me squirt right now?
No.
Because they say the symptoms that happen to your wife while she's pregnant will often happen to your to the husband, right?
Right.
Now, I'm supposed to be gaining weight with her, right?
Right, supposedly.
Well,
Have you?
I've dropped a few pounds, Terry.
Really?
So am I a bad husband because of that?
No.
The T-baby due any second now, by the way, Terry.
I know.
I can get a call the next 2 seconds and be out of here like Vladimir.
That would be interesting. Gotta go.
Right. And I haven't gained a pound.
Oh, wow.
I'm not moody. I have no cravings. I have nothing.
Really? You don't sit down with her when she's,
Of course, Terry. I'm the servant.
Are you?
That's what I am. Yes.
I need this.
She has a little cowbell now.
No, she doesn't.
No. She might as well, Terry.
Yeah. The intercom in the house.
That's
Hey,
right.
honey, can you bring me?
So, should I be squirting milk, Terry?
No.
Because if there was any truth to the theory that men will pick up the same symptoms as their wives or girlfriends or whatever the case may be, someone they barely know, when they get her pregnant, you would think that I would be able to squirt milk across the room right now. So I don't
Only
believe.
psychological symptoms, though.
Right.
Isn't it? Not physical
Right.
symptoms?
Well, no, physical as far as the gain weight.
Yeah, they
weight gain,
they say men gain weight when their
Yes.
wives are pregnant.
Yes.
And some people out there are trying to make me feel guilty that I haven't gained a pound. There's that Sean Doofus Shannon in the office here.
Who makes you
Who
feel guilty for
I
not?
personally like. I think it was him. I'm not even sure if it was him, and I just called him Doofus.
Anyway, some geek in the office,
Well,
right?
somebody, that I actually talked to, because I actually genuinely like around here, Terry.
Wow.
Who tried to make me feel bad the other day that I'm not gaining weight with my wife.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, if that theory has any merit, then I'd be able to squirt 2% across the room right now. So it's all a bunch of hooey.
That'll be the best part for me. I already eat like I'm pregnant, so that'll be perfect.
So even like when she was sick, did she get the whole morning? You didn't feel any nausea or anything like that?
I felt great, Terry.
The whole time?
It never been.
Like, hey, honey, how you doing?
Yes.
Yeah, when you woke up at the hotel, you felt terrific. Continental breakfast waiting for you.
Yes. So,
Jeez.
I think...
Well, you're the exception, maybe. Who knows?
I don't think I'm an exception. I think it's just a situation where men either get... I don't really know the answers.
I don't think you're supposed to squirt milk, though. Come on.
That's my point. You'd be able to, if there was any truthfulness to that theory, you'd be able to squirt milk. And obviously that's not going to happen. So why are all these men gaining weight with their wives?
Well, because they buy the crap food for their wives. They're sitting around and they eat it, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I sit around eating the crap food.
Well, you have a high metabolism. Who knows?
That's right. Butt water nonstop, Terry. Thanks a lot. Whatever.
Well, I don't know.
What else is going on?
Jeez, we went from lingerie to that?
Butt water.
I know.
All within minutes.
Whoa.
All right, so where were we?
We're talking about bra sizes and stuff, and the sales lady was surprised
And
that
Dude
Kevin
Federline didn't know his girlfriend, who now,
Brittany.
his wife's measurements.
Right.
And he had to make an emergency phone call on the bat phone?
Well, no, because of course Brittany was right there, but
Oh, she was right there with him?
Yeah, I
And
told you that.
And they got in a little fight that he didn't know her measurements.
Well, he was really embarrassed that he didn't know her measurements.
So now they're in Maui.
Now they're in Maui rehab. But the salesperson was kind enough to write down Brittany's little bra size and lingerie size.
And he stuck it in his wallet?
Yes. And said, here, keep it with you.
Mm-hmm. I got a dude on one of these lines who gained 85 pounds with his wife's pregnancy. He's going to want to make me feel bad.
85, that's a little
That's
excessive.
a lot of weight there.
I'll tell you what, if Kevin Federline doesn't know Brittany's measurements at any point in the future, all he has to do is call Justin Timberlake. He
That's true.
is well-versed on every contour of Brittany's body.
I'm sure.
Unlike Kevin Feder dope. You gained 85 pounds, dude?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't cool, man. But, I love my wife and all, but that pregnancy sympathy stuff is BS.
Well, how could you say it's BS when you gained 85 pounds?
Well, it
So
took
you
me a couple years to lose it, but, you know.
But so you believe in the theories that you'll...
There is.
You picked up the symptoms.
It affects everyone differently.
So if you're in tune, and you're maybe suggesting that I'm not in tune, when I very much am, but your claim is if you're in tune with your wife or your girlfriend when she's pregnant, you will have similar symptoms that she's struggling with during the pregnancy.
Well, she wasn't really struggling with it. She also gained weight. I just happened to gain more than her. Maybe I ate more than her.
All right, what about the nauseated type moments? Did you also feel a little nauseous at times and couldn't...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. When she's throwing up, that just makes me sick, man.
Well, I'm sure if you're staring at her vomit.
Yeah, you call nauseous because
what
you
do
just
you
ate
do?
2 boxes of Captain
You hold her
Crunch.
hair. That's what you do, and try not to throw up yourself.
You hold her hair?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Keep it real, man.
You hold her hair with a box of cheese puffs in the other hand.
Right.
No, hold her hair or throw her a towel. It's like, damn.
Throw her a towel.
Yeah.
There you go. How chivalrous. All right, very good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, well, thanks for the call.
85 pounds, though. Geez.
Call us again soon, Tubby. Take care, yeah.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot.
I've been the same 10-pound range for the past 15 years. Since college. Well, not even, actually, 15 years since high school. No. All right, let me think here. I graduated college in 1992. All right. I graduated at about 195. I'm about 200 right now, Terry.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
So that's a good 13 years. 12, 13 years. And I'm not going to be made to feel bad because I haven't gained a pound with my pregnant wife.
Well, she hasn't gained a ton either, has she? I mean,
she's gained 40 pounds. And she was only 105 to start out, Terry. Now she's 145.
Wow.
Oh, belly.
Yeah, I bet she is. That's wonderful, though.
Yes.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
Yes, and that's why I bought her sexy lingerie with her new measurements this weekend, Terry. And I called Kevin Federline, and I confirmed with him that that's her measurements. And we live happily ever after.
Oh, good to know.
This is how in tune I am, Terry. All right, and when I have to run down the stairs and get her an apple, I go at top speed.
Good to know.
All right.
Yes.
Stop and watch a couple hours of TV on the way back, but that's beside the point.
And she's screaming for you. Get out here.
And I got men on the line saying they got cravings during their wife's pregnancy.
And you have nothing.
Well, I'm not going to lie about it, Terry. I'm not going to make up stuff that's not true. I don't have any cravings. I don't have any weight gain, and I don't have any feelings of nausea or bloated. I don't know what else is incorporated with the whole pregnancy thing, but I don't have them.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I'm not anxiously looking forward to the baby. I can't wait, Terry. The T-baby is minutes away.
I know.
The scariest thing since Rosemary's Baby is seconds away from the arrival.
Yeah.
You're on the air.
Yeah. You're lucky then. Because, like I say, I was telling Tasty, when my wife was pregnant, I had 2 kids. And I got all the weird cravings.
All the weird cravings?
All the weird cravings.
All right, like what?
Like Neapolitan ice cream with Toll House crackers, brownies with cheese.
Hot chicks.
Yes.
I mean, but it was like each pregnancy was different.
And then you get the craving for brownies with cheese and hot chicks.
Wow.
All on one plate, Terry. And that is quite the buffet.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so you're one of the lucky ones, dude, but it does happen.
Did you gain weight, too?
Are you kidding?
Yes,
Brownies with
I did
cheese
gain weight.
and hot chicks? You didn't gain weight? All right, dude. Well done. Maybe you're a better person than I. Maybe that's what ultimately people are trying to have me believe here.
You're just not connected.
I'm not connected, Terry.
No, you're not.
So disconnected.
You are.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, I was calling in because my boyfriend gained 50 pounds after 2 children.
50!
50 pounds! I didn't even gain that much while I was pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah, eat that stuff too, but then I lost it
Yeah.
after I had the baby, you know? He decided that he just didn't need to lose it, I guess.
So are you trying to also conclude that the fact that I haven't gained any weight, had any cravings?
That's a good thing, because then your wife doesn't have anything to complain about.
You complained when your husband gained 50 pounds?
Well, yeah, because he was already like a big guy. You know, he's 6'3". He started out at like 265 or 270, and now he weighs 310.
You didn't see it as an extra sensitive, sympathetic kind of great guy move that he felt your pain to such a degree that he was right there with you every step of the way?
Well, I think that's cool and everything, but I also think that he should have maybe
But he looked like crap, T-Man.
So I'm not with him anymore because
Right.
he's too fat.
Yeah, I dropped his ass. Leave that fat ass on the curb. I don't know. Bunch of weirdos out there. If you're a weirdo, don't call the show for the next hour. I don't want to hear from you. But in the 8 o'clock hour, you're welcome to call.
Okay.
You're on the air. Hello?
Hey, T.
Yes.
Hey, I don't feel anything, man.
Huh?
I don't feel anything. She's pregnant. She's in her 20th week, and I don't feel anything.
You got a pregnant woman?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have these cravings. I don't know what these guys are talking about.
Yeah, well, you don't know her name either, so what's the bit?
You haven't barely met her.
Yeah. And you don't answer her calls anymore either, so what are we expecting out of you, dude?
The T-Man.
Superstar Angelina Jolie has already adopted one baby from Cambodia. But would the silver screen beauty adopt another child from the tsunami disaster?
Oh, geez.
Yes, the activist actress was promoting Alexander in London, where she told reporters she's keeping a close eye on the situation.
And I will be looking into you know, the orphans that have just lost their parents. But
Oh, geez.
you know, always wherever there's a need. So we'll see how big my family grows over time.
How big her family grows over time, Terry. Now, she, last I checked, is not involved with anyone on any kind of serious level. Is that correct?
Correct. It's all by her own.
And yet she still is interested in adopting children from wherever. Isn't that beautiful, Terry? Isn't that the modern-day woman or what?
Very, very
She
beautiful.
need a man to extend her family.
Right.
She's got her. And that's good enough. It's more than good enough, by the way.
No.
I was actually in the movie theaters over the winter break that we had here, Terry, the little winter vacation, our winter recess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever we call it. And there was like a life-size picture of Angelina Jolie next to Brad Pitt in this movie they have coming up, or even bigger than life-size.
Uh-huh.
And she looks so damn good. In this, like, big cardboard cutout, it was like the closest I've come to humping a picture in a long time, Terry.
All of a sudden, you just take the picture down.
She looks so good in this picture. I'm sure people have been to movie theaters. I'm sure the movie theater I went to isn't the only theater that has this big picture of Angelina Jolie in it. Anyone see this thing?
I have not.
Man!
Looking that good, huh?
But then Brad was staring me down. I couldn't do it, Terry.
It's her lips.
Brad.
That's the thing.
It's her lips and her ass and her face and her body and her legs. And, yeah, it's...
Oh, the whole package.
And I will be looking into you know, the orphans that have just lost their parents. But you know, always wherever there's a need. So we'll see how big my family grows over time.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
She has one child she's adopted?
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. What do you have there, Terry? What is going on in our world besides Angelina Jolie and the big cardboard cutout? I'm sorry, I'm so obsessed. Go ahead, yes.
A 9-year-old girl in Augusta, Georgia, got a Cabbage Patch doll for Christmas with an obscene...
Cabbage Patch doll?
Yeah.
They're still making the Cabbage Patch doll thing happen. There's a new influx of a generation that wants Cabbage Patch dolls again. Because I know there was a nice, at least, decade break of no Cabbage Patch dolls.
Well, they do sell $2 million a year.
$2 million a year.
Mm-hmm. Still.
There's been a resurgence.
Wow.
Are girls still wanting Bratz or no? They want
Yeah,
Cabbage.
Bratz is still in, sure.
I want
that's-
Bratz.
But that's for more of the
Brats are a lot hotter than Cabbage Patch dolls,
yeah,
Terry.
but you're talking about two different ages, too.
All right.
So
you're younger if you want a Cabbage Patch doll.
yeah, I mean, I think that what Bratz is actually more like 12, 13,
12,
14.
13?
Yeah.
I think Bratz is like 9, 10, and maybe Cabbage Patch doll is 6, 7. But whatever, go ahead.
Anyway, this
12, 13?
Yeah.
No, I don't
This
think
little
so.
Cabbage Patch dolls.
You're the one with daughters. You should
I
know
know.
this. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, if somebody could call with 2 daughters and help us on this, please.
This Cabbage Patch doll on the birth certificate was an obscene little message.
There was an obscene message on the birth certificate.
Yes, right in the middle of the serial number, because I guess with the paperwork, all the serial numbers are just picked at random. They're generated that way.
By computer, they're generated, and they are incorporated with the purchase of the doll. You get official adoption papers to make it seem like you've actually been like Angelina Jolie and you've adopted a child.
Right.
And this gift certificate, at random, had what message on it, Terry?
Right in the middle of the serial number, it was the phrase F me.
But it didn't say F me. Or did it? Did it have F and me, or it had the actual word spelled out?
Had the actual word spelled out.
Oh, you just don't want to say it because you don't want to be fined $10,000.
Right, I don't have $10,000
well,
right
why don't you just make it clear and say it rhymes with duck me, T-Man?
Well,
I don't get it.
It rhymes with mother truck me.
Oh,
right.
Anyway.
So on this why I keep saying gift certificate, on this birth certificate that comes with this Cabbage Patch doll that fell into the hands of a very excited 8-year-old? 9-year-old on Christmas morning. She then goes and reads her official birth certificate adoption papers, and she looks right at it, and it says the words that rhymes with duck me.
Right.
And this did not make for an extra exciting Christmas morning for this 9-year-old.
No. Parents were a tad upset.
Although I'm sure your parents got the same thing on their adoption papers when they got you, Terry.
Oh, yeah. How'd you know?
So why did this happen, Terry?
Well, I said, the serial number was generated by a computer, so it was just like random.
Has the toy maker been informed about this minor glitch in their Christmas gifts to the world here, Terry?
Yes, and they're swearing, hey, it's just a random mistake.
It was a random mistake?
Yes. Play Along Company is the name.
The Play Along Company. They make the Cabbage Patch doll.
Yes, they do. Parents were a little upset, like I said, so of course they did get
So it said F me, and then underneath it said Play Along. I don't know, Terry. This sounds like a little too coincidental. I don't necessarily buy that this was at random. I think someone in the factory got a little bored.
and said,
let me see if anyone picks up on this one. I think if you look at those gift certificates, there it is again. If you look at those birth certificates, Terry, you will find a lot more messages that have this oversight than you might believe. This happened to be picked up on by this 9-year-old and her parents. The parents were upset?
Very.
Let me see that story, please. Augusta, Georgia. Did you mention that, Terry?
No.
Did you mention this is 9-year-old Diamond Robinson?
I did not give you a name.
This should not happen to a 9-year-old named Diamond.
Right.
This is an unfortunate event, obviously, and it says here the parents were outraged, Terry. Diamond picked up on this herself, this 9-year-old. They looked at Diamond in the corner saying, what are you doing to yourself?
Whoa!
Exactly what Play Along told me to do, Mama. And they were outraged. But they have no intention of taking any legal action. Wow, this is the first of its kind.
Okay.
This is the weirdest part of the story. The parents have informed the toy maker that they have no intention of taking any legal action against them. Wow.
That is a shock, huh?
You mean there hasn't been unbelievable amounts of non-repairable damage done to the daughter that they shouldn't get their $20 million?
Right.
Permanent scarring
I
from
know.
this.
So traumatized.
Yeah.
Play Along swears that this was a random mistake, and the serial number that is generated by a computer spit out this particular series of letters at random.
Yeah. In 5 years, when the dolls are called Diamond Patch Kids, we'll know they changed their mind.
Yes. Most shocking part about it to me, Terry, is that 9-year-olds are still playing with Cabbage Patch dolls.
There you go.
My sister had a Cabbage Patch doll.
Did she?
Back in 1982.
Wow.
All right? Okay. It's a fantastic lesson on swearing, though, ladies and gentlemen, don't you know?
Oh, yeah. Now all the parents that bought the Cabbage Patch dolls are double-checking birth certificates. Give me that.
What should I do to my ass? Wow. Well, I'm suing. I don't care about that dumb bunch of hicks in Georgia.
Right.
Play along is mine.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's an unfortunate situation for a 9-year-old named Diamond Robinson of Augusta, Georgia, Terry.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe things will be more sweet next Christmas. What else is going on, Terry?
The restaurant Tsunami in suburban Boston is not doing too well these days.
The restaurant is named Tsunami?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a sushi restaurant.
The PR representative should have been on the phone with them the minute things happened over in Asia and said, you might want to think about a name change.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe at least temporarily.
Yeah.
I mean, customers aren't packing the restaurant Tsunami?
No, not. In fact, the owner says, yeah, there's quite a lull right about now.
The PR firm should have said, you might even want to consider F-Me as a better option than the restaurant Tsunami.
Right.
So they're in trouble. They may go under the restaurant Tsunami.
Well,
do we have to adopt them too now, Terry?
We might have to. Where's Angelina?
Well, that's unfortunate, Terry, that there should be a connection made between the tragedies over there and people not wanting to go and be consumers to this business, Terry.
Well, the other thing, too, about this restaurant, their logo has features a wave about to crush the other levels.
Okay, this may not be good.
Okay.
But 2 weeks ago, this was in no way, shape, or form any kind of big deal.
Right.
Now it's the height of insensitivity.
Right. I think he'll be redoing
his logo?
Yeah.
All right, well, these things can't take place overnight. You need to call an artist team and work on a new logo.
Yeah.
Or maybe just go dark for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Turn off the light there, buddy.
Save yourself some electricity bills. Do something. Save yourself some bucks.
The T-Man.
It's time for
you to stop worrying about your hoopty with a key that could start a brand new Hyundai Tiburon starting January 10th.
Cube 93.
Cold temperatures won't stop thousands of football fans from cheering on their Seahawks this weekend.
Oh.
Take a look at this live look at Quest Field right now. It's pretty quiet and cold. And
oh, really? I mean, during the 11 o'clock news, there was nothing going on at Quest Field, Terry?
No.
You mean the Seahawks weren't having a scrimmage at 11:15 last night? What the hell?
Take a look at this live look at Quest Field right now. It's pretty quiet.
Why are they taking a live look at Quest? It would be news if there was something going on at Quest Field at 11:15.
True.
For some reason, news stations feel like they have to be there.
I know,
There's
at night
nothing
when
going on.
Right. Here's a live look.
No way.
At Quest Field.
Whoa.
Take a look at this live look at Quest Field right now. It's pretty quiet and cold, and that open roof could mean some very chilly seats come Saturday afternoon.
I mean, they're not going to close the roof for all the fans that are going on Saturday, Terry, that are going tomorrow. Come on. The nerve of them.
Cold, and that open roof could mean some very chilly seats come Saturday afternoon.
They could move the game to Safeco Field, Terry, and close the roof so we could all be a little warmer.
People are buying hats, gloves, and anything else to help them stay warm.
Right.
Well, I already got the hat, the gloves,
geez.
got the long johns going on, so all we need is the Seahawks to win.
That's right. Workers at the Seahawks store say gloves and hats are flying off the shelves.
And if you haven't
She's
got...
very into these gloves and hats.
No. How many times did you got to say gloves and hats?
They're really going beyond the call of duty to prove that gloves and hats are being sold here.
All we need is the Seahawks to win.
That's right. Workers at the Seahawks store say gloves and hats are flying off the shelves.
And if you haven't gotten your ticket to Saturday's game, it is too late. Sold out. These guys braved the cold to snatch up some of the last ones.
We talked yesterday morning, Terry, of how there were 5,000 tickets left by the time we got off the air yesterday. They were all gone.
Wow.
So now all that remains
Are gloves and hats.
And those are flying off the shelf.
are the tickets that we have here in our possession, Terry.
Yeah, all righty.
We still have, what, a good 4 some odd pairs of tickets to give away before the end of this here show, Terry?
Mm-hmm.
And we may even throw in some gloves and hats.
Wow.
So why don't we give away a pair of tickets right now, Terry?
Okay.
It's the first home Seahawks playoff game that has been... Well, it hasn't. We haven't had one since the Kingdom. 1999, I believe, was the year that they lost to Miami in a game they should have won that was coached by Holmgren, too. But
just a side note on that.
Let's completely wipe the slate clean of all playoff losses, Terry, over the past number of times that we've been there, and think positive because we are favored in the in the Vegas point spread line, Terry. The Seahawks are a 4-point favorite heading into Saturday afternoon on national TV. Against a team they've lost to twice.
Yeah.
Terry, I'm leaning towards believing that the Seahawks will win this football game, but I would love to make it certain that Corey Robinson is going to play in this game. Come on.
When do you find out about that? I mean, is it a game day decision?
10 minutes after kickoff. If he's not crying on the sideline, he'll be in the game and he'll be helping the team win a game that they should win.
If he has sweatpants on at 1 o'clock, you'll know.
Maybe we should get to team meeting sometime.
Come on. You're on the air. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Yes. Hi. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. What can we do for you, sir?
Hey, actually, I just looked you guys up on the computer in Utah, and I heard that you were having a baby. I was just wondering how far along your wife is.
Oh, jeez. Well, first of all, we shouldn't be on the computer in Utah. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
I didn't think I have to have that stopped. We shouldn't be able to be heard on the web. That's first off. Second off, the baby is due any second now, sir. Any second.
Right on. Well,
all right.
Congratulations.
We are within a 3-week window right now. So, yes, we are 3 weeks away technically from the due date. But the baby can be on the move right now for all I know. He wants some hats. He wants some gloves.
That's right.
He heard about all this paraphernalia, all this memorabilia being doled out. He wants his.
Right on. Had something also to say about those the sympathy things for your wife.
Yes.
I
You
never
have a
gave
comment
that
from
mine.
Ogden?
I didn't gain a pound. Didn't eat nothing.
Okay. Well, that's very nice to know. And I thank you. I thank you for checking in, sir.
Yep.
Take care. Would you like a pair of Seahawk tickets for this weekend?
Yeah.
Fly on over.
Yeah.
Let's go live to Seahawk Stadium right now. See what's going on, Terry.
Okay.
Oh, it's a snowball fight between two of the groundskeepers. Isn't that beautiful?
Ogden, Utah, the place John got beat up by the RV driver.
Oh, jeez.
Really? Is that where?
That's where it allegedly went down.
That's what you think of when you think of Ogden, Utah
I
these
sure
days? You think of Sin City Survivor?
Unfortunately, yes.
And John being pummeled by the driver of the recreational vehicle?
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. You're on the air. Hello.
Nothing but tears and fury.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you were talking to somebody else.
Well, I was.
Oh.
And now I'm talking to you.
Well, good.
So what are you wearing?
Jeans and a shirt.
Uh-huh. All right. Thanks for the call.
I actually was calling to get tickets.
Oh. Okay. Well, again, Terry, it seems like the women are taking charge and trying to win these tickets that we have, and this is making a lot of the male members of the audience a little irate, Terry. But where are they?
I know.
Where are they when I punch up the phone
man.
lines? All I know is when I got to the email yesterday after the program, and I looked at all big cluster of emails from dudes upset, literally upset, thinking that we were sellouts, that I personally was a sellout for giving some women yesterday on the program tickets to the Seahawk playoff game. That women were not entitled to free tickets to an NFL playoff game, more specifically a Seahawk playoff game, when men were flooding the lines themselves trying to get tickets. That I was doing wrong by giving ladies free tickets to a playoff game. Is there any merit in that or no?
No, you're fine. Women deserve them, sure.
And yet, every time I punch up a phone line, in the mood to give away Seahawk playoff tickets, what's there?
A lady.
Vagina, Terry.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what's there. Wow. Every time I'm in the mood to give away, as I am right now, free tickets for the Seahawk game tomorrow. 24 hours away and plus 3. I have nothing but vagina flooding the phone lines. Why is this, Terry?
I wish my cell phone worked the same way.
Why do you want tickets?
I want to take my husband, actually.
You want to go with your husband?
Yes, I do.
Finally, some common ground you can meet after all these years.
She realizes that she won't be able to talk to him while there, but at least she can be
she's used to that.
next to him.
How long have you been married to this fine man?
6 years.
6 years of marriage. And how's that working out for you?
Very good. We have 3 little boys.
3 little boys, but that's from the second marriage. This is the 6th.
No,
So
this is all by one person.
Oh, this is the first marriage, and it's all inside the marriage that you had these kids.
That's right.
Wow.
She should win a prize for that.
Let's go live to her house right now, see what's going on.
Terry can't believe that.
Hold on.
I don't think anyone could believe that all that's been going on these days in this day and age, to have a woman married 6 years, 3 kids, all from one guy, all from a first marriage, and all inside of that marriage.
Whoa.
This is troubling.
Yes.
This must be stopped.
Mark this in our
Are
history
you
books.
sure that all 3 kids came inside of the marriage?
I'm absolutely positive. I was married before I had kids.
You didn't get married while knocked up. So you have been married before?
No, I was married while I was actually 8 months pregnant with my first son.
That's what I just asked you. So you got married while you were pregnant.
Oh, right.
You see?
Not as cool as we thought.
Jeez.
It is.
All right.
Not as unusual all of a
There
sudden
you
as we
go.
thought.
That's right.
So a shotgun wedding was put together, if you will.
We were planning it before then.
Of course you were. Who is it?
We all are, okay, honey?
Here we were trying to understand you, the freak, who had 3 kids inside of a marriage, a first time and only marriage, and you had all 3 kids after saying I do, from conception to birth, and now we're finding out that you're more normal than we thought.
Yeah.
What a disappointment.
Now that we're married, let's start a family. Didn't work that way, huh?
No.
Yeah, when was the last time anyone said that?
Right.
Now that we're married, let's work on some kids.
Now that we have kids, let's work on getting married.
Yeah. And then maybe a house.
So, you've turned out to be a little bit of a disappointment to us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I've been married for 6 years. My first son is 6. My second one is 3.
Nobody
and
asked.
my youngest is 2.
Not
Yeah.
remotely interested, to be very honest. I couldn't be more bored.
Well, I'm sorry.
Is there anything you can do to now re-excite me or no? Or is that pretty much it for you?
That's pretty much, well, I'm 25 and been married for 6 years, if that matters.
So you got married at 19.
Wow. It's going downhill, honey.
Yes.
Quickly.
And we should assume that it had nothing to do with the pregnancy. You were just so much in love at 19 that you
That's
couldn't wait
right.
to marry this guy.
That happens.
Of course it does. All right, well, good for you. I'm glad you're happy, and that should be enough, shouldn't
There
it?
you
And you
go.
could spend a Saturday afternoon not needing the Seahawks to entertain you if you're in such a happy marriage, right? And I have to now reflect on all those emails that say it's wrong to give away free football playoff tickets to a woman, Terry.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't that funny that all these guys were writing that?
Well,
Not
like
just,
you
if
said,
it was one guy, I would say, okay, it's no big deal. But all these dudes.
Where are they? They're not calling.
Well,
They're
but the other
thinking-
thing, too, if it's so important for all these dudes to go, why are they looking for free tickets when they could have went and bought some?
Well, guys are cheap, Terry, and most guys don't have money, so don't blame them for that. All right, hey, we're doing the best we can. All right, I've been there where I try to win all the free tickets I could from radio stations back when I won Mets tickets from a radio station when I was in high school. It was the greatest thing in the world. Mm-hmm. And I would have been pissed if some woman won them.
Oh, jeez.
All right, maybe not, but or maybe, I don't know. Anyway.
How about a gay guy? What's worse?
Oh, geez.
A woman or a gay guy?
Gay guys have no interest.
Okay, well, women don't either.
Gay guys are getting set to put together their float for next year. Okay. The big parade coming up. Anyhow.
Oh, my gosh.
But women genuinely are interested in sports more than ever.
Yeah, they are.
You see women more at basketball games than ever before. Football is still kind of trailing.
But they're getting there.
It's trailing baseball and basketball, but it's, yes, making strides and women interested in going. But we can't find any reason to give you tickets. I'm sorry. You have a happy, supposed marriage, and that should be enough for you. All right?
That's not
We promise not to take away the happiness that you have in your marriage.
Right.
It'd be more happy if I can go tomorrow.
Why should it be more happy? Why should it be able to be more happy? Why should it be so easily able to get more happy by merely giving you tickets? That says a lot about your marriage and its stability. If me giving you tickets is going to make it more happy, that simply, doesn't that just speak volumes for your marital situation?
Well,
that's a shame.
We we work different schedules, and we don't get a whole lot of time to spend with each other.
What if I'm not around to give you tickets next week? Then I have to wear your marriage is in shambles? I don't know if I can take that kind of pressure.
It's a lot.
You're telling me that if I give you tickets for tomorrow, that your marriage will be more happy, and I'm concerned about next season or
on Saturday.
Just on Saturday.
Then I worry about Sunday. What if I'm not around to do something for Sunday?
Well, he'll be at work.
I can't be responsible for your marriage's happiness.
And then again, you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So
Thursday.
you enjoy your 3 kids giving you tickets. I have nothing so far. I have your happy family, and that to me is not enough.
Well,
now, if you want to come down here and take a NFL official football and make it disappear up an orifice of your choice,
wow,
nice.
Then maybe we're working on something, or at least half the laces. Make them disappear. Other than that, I can think of nothing.
Well, my youngest son has your son's name, if that helps.
Okay, yes, still nothing. But I do appreciate your phone call, and maybe next time around.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You're supposed to hang up when I say bye-bye.
I don't want to.
I can't hang up on her, Terry. She's too troubled, Terry. It's obvious.
She's reaching now.
Terry, this woman is in...
It's a cry for help, isn't it?
She's in severe depression. She just won't admit it. And I can't hang up on a woman like that.
Right.
All right, I'll give you tickets. Hang on. Wow. Man. I hate when I get a soft spot like that.
You're saving a marriage.
Oh, Lord.
Look at it like that.
Don't put it that way, Terry. I'll hang up on it. Hang on, all right? What's your name?
Selena.
All right, Selena.
Thank you.
Hang on.
There you go.
Man, that was lame.
Expect more emails for that one.
Yeah, here they come.
I do have a lot of guys on the line that want these tickets, Terry.
All right.
And they're getting angrier by the second. That never really influences me at all, but it's just happens to be the case.
Okay.
You're on the air.
What's cracking?
How are you?
Oh, it's all good. How about yourself?
What do you want?
I'm trying to win tickets to the Seahawks there, Mr. Minivan.
Don't imitate me.
Oh, I'm not imitating you. I'm imitating me. I'm trying to get tickets to take my boy to the game tomorrow.
Is that your boy in the background?
No, I'm at work already. Hey, my son's at home sleeping. Hey, really, he's about to get
That's just the neighbor kid you keep in the trunk of your car? What is that? It sounded like a cry for help.
He's homeschooled. That's why I'm trying to take him, give my girl a break.
Your child is homeschooled by you and your intellect, sir?
No, not by me. Hey, I ain't smart enough, and that's why I'm a carpenter.
Well, hey, who's to say a carpenter isn't smart enough these days as compared to your average teacher out there? But he has to go with the last lady.
Oh.
Yeah.
The T-Man.
Who's on that, who's that on the cover of that magazine you're fiddling around with there?
Kate Bosworth.
Oh, geez. Kate Bosworth. Where do I know her from? Is she from that movie, How to Win a Date with Ted Hendrickson?
Tad Hamilton.
Right.
Yes.
Same guy.
And she was also, I think her first movie was Blue Crush.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
She looks pretty good on the cover there. She didn't look as good. Well, all right. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Now, why are you fiddling around with that magazine? You have anything you want to share with us? Put it away.
Yes, I do. I have an article for you.
You know, Stephen Kilbreth loved that movie, by the way. Now, he is on day 13 of his 14-day cruise right now and can't tell you how much he enjoyed How to Win a Day with Fred Hermiston.
Tad Hamilton?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he elected to see that. You're seeing that, How to Win a Date with Fred Silverstein?
I saw it.
Maker.
I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, but it was
Cute
like
little
a
movie?
cute movie.
Oh, good.
A little bit over the little break there.
I pop in now and again on Angela being all pregnant and watching her giggling at that movie, I guess.
It is. It's cute.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If Brian Bosworth was in it, I'd definitely see it.
Yeah, isn't Kate Bosworth, isn't that his daughter?
I don't think so. I think it's his sister.
Maybe his sister.
Okay. Very nice.
Uh-huh.
Now you have some stuff you want to share with us from that magazine? Is that a new magazine?
It's January's issue.
Oh, so that means it's 7 months old.
Yeah.
Because they're already out with August 2005 now, Terry.
Right.
All right, and Kate Bosworth is...
she's on the cover.
Is on the cover.
Did
and
a little interview with her.
Okay, is it about her that you want to share information in that magazine, or is it something completely off the subject of Kate Bosworth?
Something completely off the subject of Kate Bosworth.
All right.
An article.
What is the article entitled, Terry?
The article is entitled, What He Thinks When He Sees You Naked.
Oh, jeez! No, that's what he thinks, Terry.
Oh.
Actually, no, you did catch me a little off guard there. The title of the article is what now? What he thinks?
What he thinks when he sees you naked.
And the women readers of Cosmo really want to know.
Yes, they do.
Trust me, you may not.
No.
Do they tell you? Are they frank with you? Are they candid? Are they genuinely honest with you in that article? And they make it clear that there's a good chance that if you've been with your man for any significant period of time, you may not want to know what he's thinking when he sees you naked. This is why, Terry. Don't you think the Lord would have had an easy time making us all mind readers? This is why the Lord did not make us able to read minds, Terry. Because you don't want to be able to read minds in a lot of situations, and this is one of them a lot of times, Terry. If you were able to read minds, there would be no relationships.
Wow, really?
They would be unable to exist for any extensive period of time. And this is one of those times where, yes, more times than not, you may not want to know what your man is thinking when he's looking at you naked. Now, sometimes, yes, you're going to get some good thoughts out of him if you are the mind reader. But there are a lot of times, Terry, that you won't. Okay? So why is Cosmo dangling some carrot of information of women that supposedly think they want to know what their guy is thinking when he sees her naked, Terry? Let me just put it this way. How do you spell...
A-G-H-H-H-H-H.
Well, that better be in there then.
Well, they say here it's not just thinking. It's they actually ask their man, you know, what he digs about her body and the way she uses it.
But the title of the article is what now?
What he thinks when he sees you naked.
A lot of times he's thinking, man, if I saw that in the woods, I would shoot it and run to my car.
Wow.
Or he's thinking, man, I wish I had some pineapple to cut up with all that cottage cheese I'm staring at here.
Oh,
that's what he's thinking, Terry.
That does sound good, though.
If I'm going to have so much cottage cheese lying around, I might as well buy some pineapple to mix it together with.
Wow.
Terry,
yeah?
You're a woman who is now getting up there in years. You don't think that JT might be thinking about a nice piece of Dole passion fruit when he's looking at your body, Terry?
Well, her legs look so normal in jeans.
This is why it may be best that you're not the mind-reading type, Terry, like Miss Cleo, out there in the world. Do you see my point, though? Is my point at least
I
somewhat well?
I understand where you're coming from.
You're not supposed to be able to know what he's thinking when he sees you naked. All right?
Okay.
You don't want to know that he may be thinking, man, her gut looks like a map of the Cascades.
Wow.
Wow.
But
Because that would end the relationship, right or wrong?
Well, I mean, yes, but however, you could look on the plus side and say, well, he's thinking that maybe I should get myself in shape. And that might motivate
If a woman out there was able to read minds, and she was able to get into the thoughts of her husband who is thinking, man, her gut looks like a map of the Cascades, is that relationship over right there, yes or no?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. Then obviously you get my point. Because trust me, I'm not the first person to throw that thought out there. There are a lot of women's guts that unfortunately look like, well, at minimum, a little Ocean Shores layout.
Okay.
And once again, it looks so normal and close. Fool the gain.
So please, I beg you, Terry, don't encourage women to try to understand the mind of the man who is looking at them naked. This is why most lovemaking takes place in the dark.
With half the clothes on.
Do you really think men are that romantic? That they really choose to make love in the dark, Terry, because it's a more romantic act? No! They want to be able to open their eyes on occasion during the act. Now, this is not to say that women's thoughts aren't similar, if not worse, when they look at their men's body mass.
Mass.
Easy now, Terry.
Oh, yeah, T-Man, that's a mass.
Oh, geez. Well, Terry, getting excited there, are you?
All I gotta say is a man's mass, and she freaks out.
Now, what do you have there? You have...
well, it's actually testimonials.
All right, give me one testimonial, and I'll find out if I'm remotely interested in what these men have to say and what the title, again, is What Men Are Thinking When They See Their Women Naked. What's the exact title?
What he thinks when he sees you naked.
Oh, Lord, I'm telling you. Go ahead.
This is from Brendan. He's 27.
No, not Brendan, Terry.
Yes, 27.
Well, I'll tell you this. You're lucky. Brendans are usually the more sensitive types.
Okay.
And he's not going to be that cruel or honest. So go ahead with Brendan. What is Brendan thinking when he sees his woman naked?
It says here, Brendan says, nothing screams desperation more than that one girl at every party who struts around with her chest pushed out and her butt sticking up unnaturally in the air.
Man, that's what I go to parties for.
Yeah, I like those
She
girls.
just comes off as
Love those
stiff
girls.
and unsexy.
No, I come off as stiff and unsexy as soon as I see that woman.
Well, Brendan doesn't like it.
Well, Brendan's an idiot.
Maybe Brendan's gay.
And this is not what I thought. I thought these were going to be like couples, and the man was going to actually give his innermost thoughts of what he genuinely was thinking when his wife takes her clothes off, or his girlfriend takes her clothes off. But you're giving me like random abstract party-going stuff of women that aren't even naked.
Mm-hmm.
So what is Cosmo doing with their false... Can we sue Cosmo for false advertising? Let me put it this way. Is that previewed on the cover of the magazine? Does it say on the cover of the magazine, inside you'll find out what men are thinking when they see your women naked? When they see you ladies naked?
That is not one of them, no.
Well, they're lucky. Because if they did promote that as an article inside and then they give you this crap... I'd be calling my lawyer and suing Cosmo for false advertising. I spent $3.99, or what do they charge now for Cosmo? $6.99?
Yes, no.
What are they charging on that magazine?
$4.79.
$4.79.
But in Canada, $34.
Right.
Man. Because if they were being honest in what men are really thinking, let me write the article.
Oh, jeez. Maybe that's what you need.
A lot of men are thinking, well, I guess it's back to hookers.
Oh, wow.
This ain't working out. If you think I'm having sex with that tonight, you got another thing coming.
And I haven't had it for a long time.
Right.
So you're saying that no man can ever look at his woman and say,
Terry, no,
whoa.
you misquote me. I'm not saying no man. I'm just saying some men. Nice portions of men.
More than a handful?
More than a handful, Terry. Not a vast majority.
Okay.
But a majority.
Oh.
Terry, not to say in that majority that these men, after they think that, aren't going to have sex with their women. Most of them are.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But give me 100 men in long-term relationships.
Okay.
Their women get naked. And then give me the actual reflex kind of thought that immediately pops into their head. And find out from me if 51 or more of those thoughts are positive, blown away with absolute jubilation type thoughts. And I'll then change my opinion. I'm not going to say there isn't a nice 25, 26 guys that are like, man, I'm so in love with that body. Who would have thought that after 18 years? Or who would have thought that after even 3 years? I'd still be more in love with that body. It gets better every day. I'm not going to say that there aren't some nice portion of those men thinking those things. But are you going to tell me it's the majority of the guys? Come on, Terry. Do you want to live in a realistic world? Or do you want to live in fantasy land? No.
Yes.
Now, a lot of those guys, after having a less than stellar thought about the way their woman's body looks, it's not going to ruin their night.
Okay.
It's not going to ruin the situation. They're still going to have great lovemaking sessions or whatever kind of activity takes place after their wife gets naked, usually sleeping. But don't try to convince me that all men that are in long-term relationships, when their women get naked, have nothing but absolute knock you down, blow you away, over the moon kind of thoughts. The moon is the operative word here. About how unbelievably beautiful their woman looks yet again tonight. Just not realistic, Terry. And women, similarly, aren't having the same thoughts when their man undresses, Terry.
No way.
No way is the comment from Hot Shot.
No way.
No way.
So when you get naked in front of your girlfriend.
That looks nice. In the white beater.
I'm glad I secured that for my life.
Boy, where do I sign? Back to hookers for her, I'm sure.
Okay.
She's a teacher, right?
So does that make you feel better now that I've made it pretty much a crossing gender lines kind of situation, Terry? Let's just deal with the realities of this show, can we? Can we, please?
Fine.
As opposed to promoting this cotton candy bullcrap world.
Maybe if we thought more positively about our significant others, we'd be in, a better place. Who knows? Maybe we should start thinking the whole cotton candy way.
So you're saying we should start lying to ourselves on a regular basis?
Maybe.
Terry doesn't want to think that she's undressing in front of her husband. And he's not thinking anything but the most unbelievable thoughts about her.
No, I mean, because when I get undressed and I look at myself...
You actually do get undressed in front of him? You have the stones...
I flaunt it. Oh, yeah.
You are getting undressed in front of your husband.
Oh, yes.
And what do you think he's thinking? Well, let me ask you this. Do you think he falls in with that rough percentage I gave you of like 25% of men, and that was a generous estimate, who are thinking, great, I'm such the lucky. Is he thinking that kind of thought, or is he thinking, ugh? Or somewhere
am I really
close.
Gonna say that he's gonna sit there and think, ugh? Because if he's really thinking, ugh, then I mean,
that would be a shame.
It would be.
Doesn't mean he loves you any less, though, Terry.
Well, no, that's.
Hey! Doesn't mean he loves you any less, Terry.
That's not true because you make it sound
it does.
like.
No, it doesn't mean he loves you any less, Terry. He still loves the hell out of you. But he's thinking, man, the new intern on the force. Do they have interns on the force, Terry? That little
they have rookies.
That little 20-year-old I pulled over for a illegal U-turn this afternoon. Man, she had everything this woman of mine has, but a lot tighter.
Oh, wow.
Terry.
He knows what he gets every day.
Fine. So. I'm not saying he wants to do a second U-turn with the girl he just pulled over and cited for the illegal U-turn, Terry. But doesn't mean he's not thinking it, Terry. There's nothing wrong with thoughts. Actions are wrong. Thoughts are normal. All right? Thoughts, normal, and nothing wrong with them. If he were to cross the line and act upon those thoughts of that tight-bodied 20-year-old that gave him an offer to rip up that ticket, then that would be wrong. Not only on a social scale, but professionally.
Right.
That would be wrong, but the best part of the job, I'm sure. That would be wrong, Terry. Okay.
You are not going to look at your wife's body in the near future and go,
my wife is 9 months pregnant right now, Terry. So I look at her with nothing but admiration and jubilation, Terry.
But
all those Asians.
Wow. All that.
Mm-hmm.
But as you know, as you know, I mean, I'm sure you guys are going to have another child in the near future or whatever. Right. And as she gets older, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As she gets older,
yes.
The same woman, yes.
Yes, of course.
I mean, her body's going to change and stuff. I mean, do you really?
She signed a contract too.
Oh, did she?
That's right.
That said, my body will remain.
Will only get better. Especially through my 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Ah.
Yes. It was witnessed by 16 lawyers.
Really?
That's right. Terry, of course, I may have a thought here now or somewhere down the road of that kind of thing that JD must be thinking every night.
Wow, every night?
But I can't say it's happening now because my wife is 9 months pregnant, so I haven't. I have not any kind of common ground to relate to this specifically myself, Terry, on right now. Terry, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. Is that what he's saying? Every night?
Terry, I can't say specifically what your husband is saying. I can only give you the percentages.
You made it sound like every night.
No!
I get undressed in front of him.
You're taking it that way, Terry. Now, why are you taking it that way? You shouldn't be thinking that this specifically was directed towards you. I'm just giving you the law of averages as it pertains to you. And you're taking it as, wow, T-Man directly just knocked me for having a body that my husband is making negative comments on in his own head.
Well, you said...
Or if he has a nerve under his breath. You ever hear him mumble when you get naked and you ask him what he just said and he says nothing?
No, but you looked at me and you said, you get undressed in front of him?
Well,
like in shock.
I just didn't think you had the nerve, Terry. If I were you, I wouldn't. No, fine. Go for it. Sure, it's wonderful.
But I can admit that my body, of course, is not the way
Terry.
it used to
Nope,
be.
this is not a confessional.
Jeez.
You're fine, Terry. You're amongst friends.
I know you're Catholic, but relax.
I'll tell you what. I'll take a call. We'll change the subject, maybe. You're on the air.
Hello.
Yes.
This is Catherine.
Hello, Catherine.
After 20 years, my husband and I have great sex.
Why are all these women getting all defensive right now?
Not sure. Terry's almost like tearing up.
Did I ever talk about any way this pertains or relates to a lack of good or not good sex?
No, you didn't.
So why is everyone getting so in a panic right now? Hey, me and my husband have great sex. He's not going anywhere.
After 20 years.
Especially since I'm chained to the bed right now.
You can have great sex with a bad body.
Yeah, you could have. I've had many a night of great sex with women with bad bodies.
I think you more or less you realize how in love you are with that person.
Okay, whatever. I had no choice but have sex with women who had nothing but bad bodies before I had a radio show, Terry. And somehow, some way,
yeah, those days are over. Huh?
Things changed a little bit.
Yeah, you think?
Isn't that kind of cool? All right. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, I was wondering if you're still giving away Seahawks tickets?
Yes, we are.
What do I have
Not to you.
Why not?
Well, why should we?
Well, because
I said in the last segment it was time to give away Seahawk tickets, and maybe I'll say sometime in the near future on this here program that we're giving them away yet again. But right now, I don't remember saying that we're giving away Seahawk tickets. What we are discussing, however, is women and their horrendous bodies.
Wow!
Now, do you have anything to offer in this conversation?
Well, I'm not horrendous.
You're not horrendous. You fall just a bit short of horrendous.
Maybe a little bit further away from that.
So you have a decent distance from horrendous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Well, thanks for your contribution. Why don't you give us a call back when we're giving away Seahawk tickets?
Alrighty.
Okay. You sound a little disappointed.
I am.
I'm sure it's a similar feeling your boyfriend had when he saw you.
There you go again.
Well, let me ask you this.
What?
Do you think I'm wrong?
I think, yes, to some extent you're wrong. That I
To what extent am I wrong? I gave you a nice little rough estimate of how many guys when they're, and we're only considering guys who are in a decent term relationship.
Right.
Because first time you're just so anxious to see the woman get naked that you're not even noticing what she looks like. Right. Well, there are many occasions where that could be a big disappointment, too, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about guys who are in a decent term relationship, be it 7, 8 months, more preferably a year and a half or more.
Right.
What percent of those guys, if I'm misleading everybody, what percent of those guys, when their women get naked, and they've seen their women get naked time and time again, what percent of those guys, in their minds, Terry, when they're safe with their innermost thoughts, because there is no mind-reading world out there, so they can think whatever they want to think and no one's going to invade their thoughts.
Right.
What percent of those guys truly have that blow me away kind of, oh, I'm doubled over with excitement because of the beauty of this woman yet again, night after night? What percent? I said around 25%. What percent of those guys have those thoughts?
Well, see, that's hard, I guess, for me to give you an actual percentage, but I don't.
I'm right.
No, I think
I think
it's more than 25%.
You're
quite
on
honestly.
the air.
And I think that a lot of guys, especially, who are in marriages for, let's say 5 years or more, have accepted,
Accepted. Interesting word. Accepted. You're on the air. Hello.
And accept the changes that their women go through after having children.
Could be synonymous with given up. Which
white flag.
Which could be synonymous with kill me now. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, I just got back from Russia.
Yes.
And it's not any women. It's just American women. American women are fat.
Oh, jeez. Well, I will tell you this. I came back from Italy a year or so ago, and there's not one, let's keep it gender-free, there's not one person in Italy that is a resident, a regular Italy goer that is overweight. I actually, after about a week or so of being there, I pointed out to Ansel, I'm like, oh my gosh, a fat person there. We ran up to that person, and it was an American.
Wow, really?
I'm telling you, it's the same thing in Russia.
Okay. So, luckily, yes, my claims of percentages still stay true because we are doing this show in America now, aren't we? Okay. Yeah. But thanks for the insight. That is an interesting point and something we have to consider. Maybe the percentages are way higher in other lands, Terry. Well, let me ask you this, Terry. Because maybe it's easier for you to speak as a woman, even though you got that very deep voice. What percent of women out there who are in relationships, let's say 2 years going or more. When their man gets naked, just drops trow and doesn't stop there, and just walks around the bedroom in all his glory. 1% of women, when the man is walking around hairy and farting, 1% of women, all right, I don't want to prejudice you. 1% of women, when the man is just walking around the house naked, are thinking great thoughts about how he looks. Truly great thoughts.
Truly great thoughts?
Yes, be honest.
And they're with, I mean...
100%, Terry.
No. I'm not saying that a woman doesn't sit there and go, oh, gosh, my husband's getting a little, thick around the middle. I mean, I'm sure they do. But I think that a majority of women probably are very happy with their husband and think positively about that man.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, that's good to know.
Well, I'm going to cancel my gym membership today.
Yes.
I thought you did that years ago.
Yeah, never mind.
I mean, and he's prime example right here.
Past the Chiefs Puffs, we're in.
Okay, here they are.
Yeah.
The T-Man Show.
On Cube 93.
Baby.
Cube 93.
Wants you to win a new $100.
Don't be frightened, Terry.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing this show in the dark right now. We're on a generator, luckily. I don't know how it sounds over the air, but the power's out in the whole building. Is that the deal? Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, during the break, I'm in the bathroom taking a piss, and all of a sudden, I'm in complete darkness. You know how scary that is?
Yes.
Having a blind man's bluff my way to the door.
Marco.
Polo. And, luckily, we're able to still be heard on the airwaves through the magic of a generator. I'm sure that's wonderful. But, right now, what do we have at our disposal? The phone lines are out. We're sitting here in basic darkness. Terry's shivering. I'm sure there's the same way J.D. felt last night when he saw her naked.
Right.
And, now what? What do? I had Seahawks tickets still left to give away. What am I going to do about that? Should I assume the phones aren't going to work for the rest of the show, basically, or what? And what about the T-Baby? I can't... If my wife tried to call me right now saying the kid's on the move, I wouldn't be able to find out about it.
No, you wouldn't. Whoa.
I can't even call the engineers on the phone lines and complain right now. I can't even call the front desk and complain right now. We have no phone lines, Terry. And I have Seahawks tickets to give away. So I guess the next 3 people that can send down a pigeon.
Best way to get there?
The first 3 pigeons that arrive and have a very discernible link to their owners will win Seahawks tickets. That's, I guess, the only way we can do it right now.
Okay.
But what other options do we have?
I don't know.
I'm sure there are people calling in that I don't know what they're getting, a busy signal or just a ringing phone, but we're not neglecting your calls. We just have no phone service right now. As a matter of fact, we have no power in the building at all. The whole block? Whole block. The whole block is
Yep, the whole thing.
Wow.
Is this 2005?
I thought it was.
Or am I living in a prehistoric age all of a sudden?
Oh, boy, there it goes again.
The lights are flickering.
I know.
There should be thunder incorporated with this here in the studio. The lights are flickering on and off. We're broadcasting on a generator, and the whole block, we're being told, here in downtown Seattle. Not the smallest one-horse town that I've ever heard of, right?
Right.
And the whole block is out of power?
Yep.
I mean, this is 2005, right?
It is, yes.
We are in a major city in the country, right?
We are.
How do you just lose power?
I don't know.
Back when I was a kid, late 70s, when I'm 6 years old, you lose power, you understand. You get a flashlight, it's fun.
Right.
This is 2005 now. I'm not doing this show from Enum Claw.
Right. We got the learning curve down now in electricity.
I shouldn't be hearing about a whole block losing power, especially, what? What kind of weather situation are we really dealing with outside? Yes, it's probably more dramatic than a typical day here in Seattle. But is this power-losing weather?
No.
Yeah, there's no high winds or anything like that.
Power lines are out everywhere.
Right, right.
Are power lines down everywhere due to the weather?
No.
Then what the hell is this? And I'm telling you, I'm in a window now where my kid could be born any second. And I could be missing it all.
She's on her way to the hospital.
The 10-inch dilated vagina, all the fun stuff.
Wow.
Is that what it is, 10 inches?
Yeah. No, not...
Centimeters.
Centimeters,
yes. I think Terry's was 10 inches. That's why she
Well,
Right.
I was...
Hey, you have 5 kids. Let's see how big your vagina is.
I didn't dilate the last time, so...
You didn't dilate?
No.
Oh, you had a C-section.
C-section,
I
yes.
see. Well, that's exciting. Anyhow, how long are we to sit in this darkness? I mean, we have one backup light on, that's it. And the other lights are flickering on and off.
It's just great.
Do you have a cell phone? Pasty, do you have a cell phone? Go around the building and tell me what the situation is.
How can he call in?
Yeah, how is he going to call in?
Oh, that's right. I thought with his... All right, never mind. I'm still not getting this situation down completely.
Might as well move out to Enumclaw because they do have electricity and they're doing fine.
Right. That's right. All right, Terry, what do you have there? What's going on?
Well,
I'm not even in the mood to listen.
Oh.
I'm so disgusted.
Okay. One of the biggest increases in plastic surgery, they're saying, is men getting Botox.
Mm-hmm. Men with stone-cold expressions on their face,
Right.
unable to be even remotely expressive because their faces are frozen solid.
Right. That's great. But they look great.
Wonderful. He's a real masculine guy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, give me a shot right between the eyes so I don't have that wrinkle there, doctor. I don't see myself doing it, Terry.
No?
Bring on the wrinkles when they do happen. I don't have any wrinkles yet. Okay, maybe I do. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm going to have wrinkles by 10 o'clock this morning if the lights don't go back on. I'm going to have a head full of gray hair! Well, then go ask around. Get somebody to come down here and explain to me how in 2005 we're without power. Have someone explain this to me. Bring in someone that looks like they know what they're doing around here. Right. I'm sure it'll be hard to find.
As he's stumbling
Don't bring
in
any
the dark.
engineers in. They never look like they know what they're doing.
Right. The engineers aren't even in the building. What, we lost power?
Right. Well, let's see. Jelly or glazed? God.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, the engineer's at home warm right now.
Yeah, I know.
Calling people left and right on the phones. God.
Getting Botoxed.
Right.
Sucks for you guys.
Looking great. When we're in here struggling.
Oh, my gosh.
Struggling to make the workday happen. Fighting through the elements. What else, Terry? What else is going on?
How about this? A 21-year-old man who was on house arrest for a drug charge was arrested at his own home because he was selling drugs out of the house.
Now, is that kind of frowned upon?
You think? Yes, he was charged with possession of controlled substance with the intent to deliver, amongst other things.
Man has a right to a business, though, Terry. Come on.
When you're on house arrest for drug charges, I don't think you want to continue.
Yeah, he didn't leave the house.
Way. Lucky for him.
I bet he has power, too.
Yeah, I bet he does.
So what should we do? Should we build a campfire here and start singing Kumbaya or what?
I'll go home and get my guitar.
Oh, jeez.
We'll play campfire songs.
Do you have marshmallows? Should we make s'mores? What do we do now?
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay. Is there any signs of life anywhere in the building, or is everyone pretty much packed up and gone home, or are they all under their desks?
There's a couple employees huddled around each other, but...
Huddled around each other?
Yeah, for the most part.
Well, that would have been anyway, whether the power was on or off, Terry. They all have to huddle.
Oh, goody.
So you got nothing for me, basically?
Basically, yes. It does look like the whole block is out, though.
You're out of breath. You okay?
Well, he was running around.
Are your cigarettes out of power? I guess not.
The T-Man.
Well, Terry, apparently this is more extensive than we thought. Oh, jeez. We are broadcasting on a generator right now. And all the power, from what I'm being told from people around here, Terry, all the power on the entire Queen Anne Hill, the vicinity of Queen Anne, is out completely. And I'm also being told there was an explosion loud enough and powerful enough that it shook apartment buildings on Queen Anne Hill, Terry.
This is them?
This is no joke. This is the news of the morning as I'm being told about it up to this point. And that's why all the power is out in this area. Someone is saying a transformer blew. I don't know what the situation is. I think maybe who in this radio station lives on Queen Anne Hill?
Jen Dalton.
Our promotion director?
Promotions,
Yes. I got it now. Her industrial-sized dildo was so overcharged, Terry.
Wow.
It blew all of Queen Anne Hill.
So that's the transformer, huh?
This just in, ladies and gentlemen. That's the reason. No need to panic. And that smell out there is not toxic. Don't panic.
She wasn't supposed to use that during business hours. We talked to her.
Well, she was at home in the privacy of her own Queen Anne apartment building. She lives in an apartment building on Queen Hill, Ann Hill, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, that's what people are saying, that the explosion was loud and powerful enough that it... Oh, there go the lights again.
Oh, great. More explosions.
That it shook apartment buildings on Queen Anne.
Wow.
What the hell's going on in this world? Can anyone give me a fuller, more concise report or something like that, please? Pasty, can you look around the building, see if you can find Kelly O? Who gave me the information? I could probably get more out of him, but that's as much as I got up to this point. Can you see if you can find him, please?
Yep.
Okay.
In the dark. Take your flashlight.
In the meantime, as I told you, Terry, there are no phone lines or TVs that we could put on to try to get information. All we can get is eyewitness accounts of what's going on. And those Seahawk tickets that I wanted to give away still are in our possession, and maybe the power will go on in full force to the point where we can start taking phone calls again. But I don't know. Mm-hmm. So I say we just sit around here and shiver and feel the fear of our neighbors.
Wow.
First person to email me.
Okay. You can't get email. You have no email.
I have nothing.
You have email?
I don't know. I haven't checked, but it didn't work about 10 minutes ago.
We're in a primitive time right now.
Yeah. We don't know what to do.
How can I flirt with listeners later?
All right, what do you have? Well, give me a report, please. This is our engineer. This is actually...
Gee, sorry to wake you up, man.
He's actually the only engineer that I can count on.
Right.
He's Callie O. He eats a minimal amount of donuts and does some really good work around here. And Kelly knows more information than anyone else. He's been out and around the Queen Anne area and can give us this report. This just it.
All right.
All right.
Everything pretty much from Lower Queen Anne down to here is out of power, except those of us with generators, which you guys have. Apparently, you guys got the weak outlet from the generator if everything's still flashing on and off down here.
Oh, great.
So you're telling me the other radio stations in the building have better accommodations than we do?
Oh, yeah.
We are the money-generating portion of the building, and they have better generators than we do.
Let me tell you, greatest hit to the 70s never sounded better.
All right.
Yeah, coming in strong.
So you're telling me they could take phone calls upstairs?
Well, actually, Pasty just caught me running down from up there. We just fixed there. Your dump button still works, so that's good news. There's didn't.
So I can say, mother... Oh, I just dumped it there.
Yeah, it works very well. Thank God.
I can go on a stream of swear words right now, and I'd still be able to dump it, so I'm lucky in that sense, but I can't take phone calls like they can upstairs at those radio stations that are drowning this company.
Fair point. I'm down here actually to fix your phones right now. Pasty caught me in the hallway, and there's one donut left upstairs that I didn't get to have.
Oh, it's going to be a tough morning for you, I understand.
Old-fashioned.
Now, can you please tell me what you believe happened in this area? I understand maybe a transformer blew. Do you have any of that information? I heard that from someone around the building. Is there any information that you can confirm on that?
There was a big explosion that rattled windows. Lots of people nervous and scared.
Well, should we be nervous that this may be like a terrorist act or something like that, or should I not even think those thoughts?
No, not at all. No,
they wouldn't go after Queen Anne, would they?
Exactly. Who cares? Bunch of dogs, coffee houses.
So this was just a random act of whatever.
It's a random act of stupidity by the power company.
Wow.
And what is a transformer for us technically?
It's like a GoBot, you know. It's once it's a car and it's a man, you know.
Here, transformer.
Oh yeah.
It takes a whole lot of electricity and makes it into a usable amount of electricity. We don't need 7,200 volts. We only need 120. So it transforms it down, and when those stop working correctly, they can explode. They can explode real good.
So my suggestion of Jen Dalton overcharging her industrial-sized dildo has not been ruled out yet as a possibility for this.
If it runs on 220, that's definitely a possibility.
It's European, so it takes a lot more volts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where all her paycheck goes.
A transformer, to your knowledge, did in fact blow on Queen Anne, and people were scared around the general vicinity of the explosion, but it's affected the entire, an 8, 10, 12-mile radius, or what?
Well, if you go from Elliott up the hill to, where the Blockbuster, the Dick's, all that stuff is, it's all have power out from there down.
It's a family show.
Right.
I'm lucky we're on delay here.
Yes.
I want to hear about your weekends, okay? We're talking about today.
All right. Yeah, everything from there down to here and up as far as you can see south and north from this location.
There's no power whatsoever.
None, except over at the Holland America building. They have lights. I noticed that.
So we should be thankful that we have a generator, that we have one light working in here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're on the weekend of the generator, okay?
Right, we're on the
Remember
weekend
that.
of the generator. Make sure when this situation is all said and done that we flip the generator to make sure we're on the good side of the generator tomorrow.
We're making lots of changes for the show here. We'll make sure that gets on the list.
All right. There you go.
There's that list.
Yeah.
But why should... Why? Yeah, here's so much about this list.
Do you know how long that list is?
All the engineers at radio stations around the country must get together and say, let's come up with some key phrases that will allow everyone to buy into what we're saying.
Exactly.
Let's talk about a list.
Right.
That doesn't really exist, but it sounds official.
Jimmy Hoffa's carrying the list around, by the way. So
Why should, in 2005, when we have the learning curve down on electricity these days, why should Thomas Edison be rolling over in his grave, hearing about power going out in a major market in the country in 2005? Explain that to me.
Well, Thomas Edison didn't think of, people driving into power poles or knocking over things like that.
So you think there's a possibility that some drunk on the way to work this morning drove into a power pole and knocked an 8-mile radius of power out?
You could assume that.
And are you admitting guilt at this time?
Damn it, Kelly.
I'm certain at some point an email will go around, and this will be my fault. That usually happens.
Mm-hmm.
But that's on that list as well. We just assume that. I'm just going to go on with the day.
Do you have a general or more specific area around Queen Anne where this supposed transformer may have blown up?
No.
Okay. Well, that's a nice, honest answer.
Yeah,
I like that, as opposed to trying to speculate.
Right. I saw flashing lights one direction, but frankly, I don't think that's saying a whole lot.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's your official report.
Woo!
From our crack engineer, better known as our engineer on crack.
Yes.
But we call him our crack engineer. No. He's Kelly O, and he does a fine job around here.
He does.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think he works alone, too, by the way. I really do. I don't think there's any other engineers here.
He's all by himself.
Well, he's killed them all.
Yes.
Then you can't blame him.
But he does have a screwdriver in his hand, so look out.
No, that's a butter knife.
Okay.
The T-Man.
Luckily this didn't happen earlier in the show, or I would be very tempted, not just tempted, but I could guarantee you that I would have invaded one of those other stations here in this building that they say has more capacity than we do and thrown them out and done the show from there.
Uh-huh.
All right?
Yes.
I'd have been doing the morning show on the greatest hits of the 60s and 70s.
Woohoo!
Cashmere would have been out of his ass.
And then I would have stole a Leonard Skinner CD.
But luckily there's only, we're inside the last hour here,
yes.
And whatever. But, again, if you're just tuning in, I'm sure this doesn't affect most of you. But for those of you listening on your transistors on Queen Anne Avenue or the Queen Anne Hill, you understand how we're all without power. We're broadcasting through our generator. Yes, it's modern science. And there was some kind of explosion. Eric Flowers was outside trying to get in. Do you want to let him in, see what he knows? Yeah. Man, last time we saw him, we were peeing on him, Terry.
I know.
But man, look how dark it is. All you got to do is open the door outside the studio to see how dark it is.
I know.
Yes, Flowers. Nice to see you. Program director to the Stars.
Oh, yes.
Look how he's all grown up and ready to play ball this morning with his collared shirt and his business attire. What is going on, sir? How can we be of help this morning, or how can you inform us of more details of what's going on, if you have any?
I really don't have many at all.
Well, then what are you doing here?
Well, I was at the front desk, and there was a woman who kind of made her way up. I don't know how she got through our top-notch security, but she heard you guys didn't have phone lines or emails. You wanted her to send a little birdie, but that didn't work.
You know what? What are you, a messenger now? You don't have to come in and tell us that. That's fine. Let her wait outside.
Well, wait a minute.
What's going on outside is what I want to know. We have no TV capabilities.
A
we have no
transformer blew up, basically.
A transformer blew up. That's all anyone knows.
Well, and that happened almost the same time last year.
You know, honestly, why do I get the sense when I listen to the news later on today, I'm going to hear that there were rumors that a transformer blew up, but here's what really happened.
This is reality. This is what we're hearing from our engineers and everybody on the street. street, and our promotion director.
They're out on the street.
Unfortunately, we have.
Yeah, it is.
Sarah Bowers on the street.
Why don't you send them down north?
Do you want me to bring this woman in? She's 6 feet tall. She's blonde, and
just
she
give her
wants
tickets and kiss her on the forehead and tell her to go enjoy the game.
Waiting too.
I don't care. If they have pigeons, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Now, I want to know what's happening out there, though. What have you learned? The Transformer blew up to your knowledge.
Transformer blew up.
And did it rattle the city?
It rattled this part of the city, and there's been people, like when I was coming to work, 4-way stops, you couldn't go through the stops. People are trying, it's like chaos out there. People are running around, getting out of their cars, parking.
They're screaming, boobs flying everywhere.
It's a war zone. It's anarchy.
Maybe that's taking a little bit too
So the traffic lights are out. And
traffic lights are out. People are just either going home or they're just huddling around their desks around the office, trying to figure out if they should stay, not stay.
So are we planning a big orgy for later on this morning at the station here or no?
This would be a good day to do it.
I'm planning on looting somebody a little bit later, I hope.
Well, how are we getting our cars out of the garage if you park underneath?
The garage is not able to be opened or closed?
They are not able.
Really? So we're now prisoners in the building.
I'm on the street. See you later, jackasses.
We'd like to think you're here
for the first time ever. Hotshot is grateful that the management here doesn't allow him an undercover parking spot.
First time ever.
He's like going, ha ha!
You can purchase that at $120 a month.
I know I can.
Oh, jeez. So wait a minute. You can purchase an underground in the garage parking spot, but you don't pay the money?
Correct.
Man,
Here at 5. What do I need to pay for?
And you call Jimmy Fred cheap?
I'm sorry.
I take it we're going to let this lady sit?
It's more of a principle thing.
I just told you. She came down here for Seahawk tickets. Give her Seahawk tickets. Let her do whatever act you agree upon with her, and then send her on her way. Isn't that how it works around here?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
She is available to talk.
Is there any more further report that you have for us? Is there any more details you can give us or no?
They're saying probably in the next couple hours this will be fixed.
Next couple hours.
Because that's about how long it takes to fix a transformer.
So you're telling us there's a scenario you can paint for us. There is a legitimate chance that we could be stuck here throughout a decent portion of the morning and afternoon. Carrie Free, who leaves at 10:01 to nurse her 2 infant kids. My wife could be in labor for all I know right now.
So
and
our cars are hostage.
And there's no way to get out of here.
No.
They have to be able to do it manually. Come on.
They said they cannot raise the gates manually because way too heavy, and they're designed to be.
Well, then you got your boy Harris down there with a big oversized afro and his John stupid deer, and get him to lift that gate.
That's
himself.
a bunch of crap. No, come on.
I'm telling
There's
you right
a backup.
now.
Have him stick that big mole of his underneath the gate and wedge it up.
We need to bring up the mole.
All right. Anyhow,
for the first time ever, Terry's really pissed today.
Yes.
This woman said she 11:01. This woman walked down all the way from work.
Why is he stuck on the woman?
Because I feel bad for her. She's beautiful.
Jeez. Obviously, he's very into her. Well, you have an afternoon show to prepare for, so why don't you get all the bells and whistles in line for that show with her involved, and you can have her, all right?
She doesn't want to be on that show.
Okay, anyhow, you promised her you'd get her on the air, didn't you?
Kind of.
Yes. All right. Well, tell her that's not going to happen, that you don't have that kind of power around here, even though your name is Eric Flowers, and thanks for stopping by.
Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for being had.
Nice
Take
to
care.
see y'all.
All right.
Thanks.
There he is.
Yeah, there
I'll write you a
is.
check later for parking.
Yeah.
Sure.
Program director in the to the stars. Did he offer us any information of any kind of? No.
No. 0. Just the fact that our cars are supposedly.
Usually, when we need information at times like this, we go to the callers, we go to the phones, and they inform us of what's going on. That's what this radio show is here for, so you can tell us what's going on in the world.
Right.
We can't even do that right now. A flower's coming in. It's anarchy.
It's a war zone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's what we have for you right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's a war zone. It's anarchy.
Right.
And the traffic lights are not working.
The T-Man.